HD2 HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Going forward today.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, just know that I'm hoping you have the best day ever.
Yes, shout out to the proletariat.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to the show. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, Carmichael Dave is, who knows what he's doing. No,
I
he's
am 63 years old.
celebrating his birthday. Now, he is on vacation this week and next week. We are going to be heading to Las Vegas. I say we, me, the afternoon show. Road trip coming. Looking forward to it. Gonna have a lot of coverage.
Did somebody say road trip?
You know what? They finally did. Someone did. Someone said road trip, and it's happening. That'll be heading out later this week. Those guys will be out there all next week. Yeah, really look forward to it. It's going to be fun. Going to be looking forward to Las Vegas. We got a good show coming your way today. We are here till 10, as we are each and every day, and getting good feedback from everybody, as we always do, and I appreciate that. I really do. And we'll even take differing opinions, criticisms, critiques, concerns, things you'd like to see improved. Send them our way, unless we don't like them. Then we disagree, and then we say, like, what are you talking about? We like when you send in other input if we kind of agree with it. Hit us up on our YouTube chat. We've already got Tin in there, Oreo, Patrick. Hey, Patrick's here. Tom, the rest of you, good morning. Thank you for being here. What are you guys up so early for? What do you do? Why are you up so early? All things being equal, Chris, if you were not working mornings, which you've now been working mornings for a couple of years, what time would you be getting up?
Oh, if I could?
Yeah.
8.
8's a sweet spot?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time, like, you just non-sick, just really slept in?
That's probably during this last.
Time when you had some time off?
It's probably like Saturday, maybe.
Oh, the 4 days we just had. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I had. Yeah, one of the days. I mean, I know Dave talks about how he's done mornings longer than we have, where he gets to the weekend and he still gets up at like 6 o'clock or something like that. It's like, man, I have that ability still to sleep, and I would. I mean, my perfect sleep schedule would be just without an alarm. That's the way I always explain it. So usually when I get to the weekends, barring something going on that I have to get up to go to, just sleep till I sleep. So if I wake up at 6, which is really rare, 7, 8, 9, you start to get to past 8 and 9 o'clock. That's rare, but if I could do it, I'd do it. Yeah, so let's see. Jay, checking in, says he does the graveyard shift, just got off work. Well, appreciate the work, Jay. What do you do?
Yes, shout out to the proletariat.
Peg Junk's in here. Campeo. Good morning to one and all. Yeah, if you are up and Adam and already checking in the morning, let us know what you're up to. Give us a little roll call here. Tell us what you got going on this morning and what your day is like ahead. We appreciate that. 916-339-1140 on the text line. And then also our YouTube chat. Like we said, we are here. You are there. Thank you so much. We got a good show coming your way. Yesterday, I will say this. This was, I inadvertently, completely scared my wife in a way that had her concerned. Not the traditional, like, boo, I'm hiding somewhere. I popped out of behind a car or something. We were both sitting in the living room, and a text came in, and I have the ability sometimes to yesterday, who was it? Matt was saying, I've never seen you, just totally lose it. And I don't really mean it in this way where I get super angry, but I, in an instant, got super emotional. I went, and I started to get, because I saw a text come in, but I was getting emotional in a good way.
The McRib is back.
And the McRib is here to stay. I do remember having a McRib once, probably like in high school. I was like, ooh, it might have been like first time out or something. It's nasty. And I'll try most anything. I did not like. Have you had one?
Haven't had the pleasure.
You haven't had one?
No. But I've got a friend who just like
Don't say they rave about it.
rave about it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's gone, right?
I assume so.
Yeah. When was the last time the McRib was around? What's your celebrity McRib update?
I'm going to say 2024.
Wow, really? The last time, according to Google search, the McRib was last available in the United States November 11th, 2025. Not that long ago.
That wasn't long ago.
We missed our chances. It has pickles on it?
You know what? I think I'm okay with that.
I see the onions. That's fine. The ribs, whatever version that is, and then pickles on kind of a longer.
I think of the great things coming back in 2025, it was the McRib and then just under that Oasis.
Really? That's your ranking?
I think in the world's ranking.
Nah. I'm not the biggest Oasis fan, but I would put Oasis ahead.
Huh.
Yeah. You're welcome. Anyway, so text comes in. I don't think she knew that the text came in, but I see a text on my phone. I see it. I'm like, and it was one of those gasps, and then I was getting emotional that she's like, oh no, what happened? And I think it was fearing like, a passing, just terrible news. And I found out I'm going to be an uncle again. So it was super exciting to find out that.
So
what? Yes, go ahead.
Your reaction to finding out you will be an uncle again, and your wife immediately thought like, oh my God, the worst news just came across Jason's phone.
I think because of my reaction. I don't know that I did the gasp, but I guess she said I did. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I think I did say, oh my gosh. And then I think I was getting a bit emotional. And then I showed her that there was an ultrasound. And I was like, yes. I was so excited. So I guess I need to work on my reactions.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got a kick out of that. So that was my afternoon. Excited for that. And then, well, now I'm putting business out there. So here's the funny part. So I see the text message. It's in a family group chat.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah, super excited. And the good thing is we don't. I think this group is really pretty good. It's meant to be like share a picture, share a story. Like this is obviously phenomenal news.
You're lucky.
What's that?
You're lucky.
Why? What's yours like?
Our family ones, and there's a separate cousin ones, which is good. But the main family one, it's usually the uncles all trying to one-up each other on jokes.
Oh.
So they'll be like nothing for a bit, and then just text message of jokes that only they get that nobody else does.
And then it just keeps going.
Yeah.
And then
so like it'll be like it'll be like at 7:30 today, and I have to put my phone away because it's just like.
So kind of like when you and Dave get going.
No.
Well, that's a volume. You guys are volume shooters when you get going. There might be hey, here's a funny clip, maybe a comment, hilarious, blah, blah, blah. Someone counters with something. Sometimes it's a one-off. Someone in our group, and you and Dave, might send one thing, and maybe there's no comment. But like the time I think we talked about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, where you guys kept telling me sorry. And I'm going, oh my gosh.
Well, that became the joke.
Yeah. Then I'm like, they are still going. And I'd missed the first 30 probably. And I'm like, whoa, what's happened? And I'm like reading, okay. Put it down. I think I made a comment, which obviously I stoked the fire. And then
he let us know that there was
he is here.
There is an audience.
He is listening, I guess. And then another 30, I check in. Then it was, all right, I'm not saying anything anymore. And then the last 50 or whatever. No, this group is pretty good, pretty respectful. It might go you might have a day where there's 5 or 6, someone's birthday, people all happy birthday and all that, but might go weeks without one. So the funny thing about this text thread, find out the news. I'm usually not the first one to see a text. My phone isn't attached to the hip all the time, but I happened to see a text come in. But let me look at this, and I was the first one to react to it. Super excited, and immediate phone call. So I got a call, and who I called, I don't get a response. I don't get an answer, and they had just texted the picture of the ultrasound. So that's fine. They're not answering. Maybe they're talking to other family. Who knows? Then I get an immediate text back. This is classic because he sends the news that they're having a baby. We're super excited. So I respond back or, try to call, says, sorry, can't talk. I'm like, oh, that's fine. They're talking to somebody. Just started colonoscopy prep. And I'm like, no worries. Congratulations. Because it was like, I'll call you back. Don't have to call back. You're in for a night or something like that. I'm like, well.
See, I would have went with something different.
I'm sure. What would you have gone with?
I would have gone, I don't think you're doing it right.
I'm like, oh my goodness. Couldn't be more exciting of a time. And I know what their day is going to be like today. Well, more like last night. The prep is the thing. It's not awful, but it's not great either. It's not so great. How was your day yesterday, Chris? Everything good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. No gasps, no crazy text message, no
early. I didn't like the early games.
I know. So yesterday you were pretty good about your reaction. So our offices are right next to each other. We can't see each other. There's no window in between. And Egypt and Argentina were playing.
I think we need to knock that wall down and do what you said of having the co-offices.
That'd be great. I mean, who says no? Who says no? You were talking about the wall to my left, which goes into like some ghost closet. And you were saying we should open that up. I'm like, no, let's open up the one to my right, which is your left. And boom, we have a joint office. We have a big space for activities.
Put a big TV in there.
Yeah, in between. Well, like a dual-sided.
Yeah.
Or like those sliding doors? Like that could be the TV.
Oh, I like that.
So anyway, you are watching. Egypt's like upsetting Argentina, and it's getting later and later in the match.
Oh, Egypt got screwed.
And I hear you're like, oh my gosh. And then it's kind of quiet. And then I'm thinking, I could hear the audio a little bit too, but I can't discern what's going on, but I hear reaction. And it had been quiet for a while. And I'm like, did Argentina score? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I just thought there was like a close shot on goal or just someone just missed. And I'm like, oh, was it Messi? You're like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like you were giving me no breadcrumbs besides just like a kind of a little bit of reaction.
Well, Egypt really got screwed over. So it's one of those things of just like, okay, like go against all of this, like just figure out a way to stay up. And then Argentina does what Argentina does. And it's like, come on.
That made it 2-2. And then you're like, oh my gosh. Quiet for a little while. I'm, working, typing away, doing some stuff. I'm like, did Argentina score? You're like, yeah. I'm like, what?
I didn't know I was supposed to be giving you play-by-play.
Well, I just thought it would have been like, you could have been like, oh my gosh, they just went ahead 3-2. There's 4 minutes left. Something.
See, well, you got to remember, I kind of zone in my soccer viewing.
Yeah.
And you know this from past when we used to work afternoons and there'd be afternoon games.
No, I was frightened by you.
I am just watching for myself. I'm not watching for anybody else.
I was thinking about that actually after I left, believe it or not. I was driving home and I was like, yeah, it was kind of funny. Chris was the reaction. I go, man, remember how nuts he used to go? I go, oh, but wait, I haven't seen you watch Man City in a while. Because there were times in here that it was honestly hard to tell the difference from a heartbreaking goal to a good goal for you guys.
Well, sometimes it was a great goal that was taken.
Yeah, and you'd move some furniture. You'd yell.
Well, you didn't see me when Mexico got that
1-1.
penalty.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Or when they scored that first goal off the free kick.
Same passion for Mexico as you do for Man City, or not quite?
Not quite.
Yeah, we might need to have a Verlog cam for when you watch Man City.
Well, there was one that one time.
On a show?
Yeah.
Do you have the video?
The lowdown. I was told there was a video, but
Yeah.
they said I looked so heartbroken that they didn't even want to put it out.
When was the last match that you were really, really like bothered by the outcome of City? Like where it got to you, like for, you know what I mean? Like the rest of the day, maybe you wake up the next day, you're still a little bit ticked off.
They've won so much that it's like, it's hard to be mad. Because I watched them win 4 leagues in a row,
Yeah.
and I watched them win the treble, and I've watched them just destroy everybody. So it's not there. They haven't won a league in a couple years, so maybe that might be this year.
Okay. But it was something to see.
Like this is their bad year, and they won 2 trophies this year, so I can't be too upset.
So you're doing okay? He's doing okay.
See, this would be like I would be the opposite though if the Kings were to win a championship. Actually, no, I'd probably be the same because if they won the championship, I would be the.
No, but these are the good things. I'm talking about like the.
No,
like
I want to be more insufferable than a Warrior fan.
No, I know that.
I'm
I'm talking about like because the Kings haven't been that good in a while. Like there hasn't, there's a night during the year like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they blew that game. Like that's an awful loss. Okay, but you move on because they're a 20-win team. But like if they were really good or had a bad, like what the Spurs just went through was an amazing run.
It was great.
I knew I asked for this. An amazing run and a final in which they're going to kick themselves for decades because they should have won that finals and they lost 4 games to 1.
It was great.
I see you responded to Peg Junk because Peg Junk had probably the best
comment of the day.
Yeah, already at 6:18, even though this was probably earlier. They keep rolling out the McRib, but Burger King can't bring back the Italian chicken sandwich. That thing is gold.
Yeah, that thing has been years.
Okay, I'm looking that up.
I'm going to say 2023.
Let's say 2021. When was the last time Burger King?
Well, sometimes they switch it up. Sometimes they have the original, and sometimes they have the newer one.
Yeah, no, go change in it. The Italian chicken sandwich. Last time. What'd you say?
2023.
August 2023.
Yeah, it says about the rest. Last time I went to Burger King.
And it was a 7-year hiatus before that.
That doesn't sound right.
So I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Chris. They used to advert, this would have been years ago, or maybe it was even on their menu. We had a Burger King by our house, and my brother and I used to always go down there to the Burger King and get the chicken sandwich a lot. But they would have the Italian chicken sandwich, the original chicken sandwich, and then there was a third. So like they had an Italian
was it like
flag.
the club or something like that?
That doesn't feel right because I felt like there was a flag for Italy, a flag for the U.S., and a third one. I feel like I could have this wrong. Let me see if I can look this up, and maybe our texters or YouTubers can. What 3 chicken did Burger King have? And not like Let me see. Yeah, see, they're just saying like the original chicken, the spicy. No, there was a. Okay. What's the Mexican? Burger King had the American, which was the original chicken, the Italian, and the Mexican. What do you think that was?
I don't remember that.
But I remember there being 3 flags. Let me see if this is right. What was the Burger King? Hang on, please, while we figure out these really important things. Because what would be on a Mexican chicken sandwich? Mexican original chicken sandwich, limited time international menu. Yeah, see, no, this is more recent. It says ghost pepper cheese, crispy fried jalapenos. Now, this isn't what I was talking about. Yeah, I see the new club that you're talking about. I don't know. This would have been years ago. Years ago. Not sure if anybody... Oh, French chicken sandwich. If I remember right. That sounds right. Thank you, Texter. That, I remember there being like a French flag. Of France. Let me see. What was the Burger King French chicken sandwich? I don't know what that would be. All right. French chicken sandwich was part of the international chicken sandwich lineup in the mid-'80s. Okay. It was just lightly breaded, the chicken breast, served on a long sesame seed bun topped with Swiss cheese and ham. It was one of several international flavors alongside the American, which had lettuce, tomato, cheese, and mayo. That's even different than the original one now. And the Italian, mozzarella and marinara. I don't know what it is about that Italian chicken sandwich.
The Italian one's the best.
It's like it's a different version of a chicken parm, I guess. Or maybe it is chicken parm. That's money. Absolutely money. Thank you, Texter. French chicken sandwich. Appreciate you. You helped us. Had ham on it. Yes. You got it right. French chicken sandwich is going to win the whole thing. Carmichael Dave.
Dave's in the chat. I don't know if Dave knows about us counting out his tweets, though.
Oh, yeah. No, we won't tell him that, right? You see his comments?
Yeah.
He's all in on that. He is all in on that. All right, let's keep our streak going. Let's lead off.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Lautaro Martinez sending it over. Enzo Fernandez. Can you believe this?
That was in about the 92nd, 93rd minute. I can't remember when Argentina scored that. They tied it. Then they got the eventual game winner. Argentina with one of the great comebacks. Look, there's been comebacks in the World Cup, but we'll play some of those goals. And amazing. 3-2, Egypt. How are they feeling today, Chris?
Not good.
Said they got screwed, huh?
Oh, and the coach was going off yesterday, too.
Well, that was the other thing I think you told me, just from you, like, the coach just got ejected. I'm like, what?
One of the coaches.
Yeah. Like, man, there's a lot going on. I guess I should be watching.
No, I think that was the first time where you're just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because he said, because
I think you're like,
whoa.
whoa. And so you're giving me enough, like, breadcrumbs over there, but then I'm like, what's happening? And you're like, oh, coach just got ejected. Why? And then
I'm like, yeah, they're holding him back from the referee.
Yeah. Like, my goodness, there's a lot going on. All right, let's get to number 2.
Number 2.
Here we go again.
Yeah, A's baseball. Here we go again. A's and Tigers yesterday opening up the series in Detroit. Here go the A's sliding away, unfortunately. They had to face Tarek Skubal, but yeah, didn't go their way. They lose game 1 of that series. They've lost just a ton of series now, a ton of games. All that momentum that was there for the A's is now watching them in 4th place in the AL West. All right, last one here on Leading Off.
Cut number 3.
I want to see how many Vegas themes you can get in over the next couple days. Kings will be heading to Vegas. I think they might have gone yesterday, or they head today. They start Summer League action tomorrow. And, of course, the afternoon show will be there all next week. I'm heading out there at the end of this week, and so it's going to be fun to see Basketball again in Vegas. The Kings had a very successful California Classic, taking all 3 games. And really, it was about watching their guys play, see what the potential future is of some of these guys. We've talked a lot about Darius Acuff over the last 2 days, how good he looked, and where we think his game can go, because these are the initial offerings of what we're getting from him. And again, I'll say it. It looks like they got a dude. We'll find out. He's got stuff to work on and improve on, but so far so good. And he'll carry that to Vegas. Kings will play an opening night. What a first night, too, by the way. 1 versus 2. DeBonsa versus Peterson. And Peterson's been everything as advertised. That's going to be on the main court, 6 o'clock. A lot of eyes and people will be in the gym for that. And hopefully they'll stay over, because it'll be Acuff versus Wagler right after that. So got to get there early. If you want to see that one in attendance at Thomas and Mack in Vegas tomorrow night. Yeah, so we got a lot to cover today. When we come back in this hour still to come, we got some NBA news and notes that happened yesterday, either during the show or after the show, that we'll get to. And Scott Perry is going to have a press conference today. We talked to him recently here on the show, but he is going to have a press conference, kind of wrap up kind of the summer, from the draft picks to, the free agency stuff that Dave and I couldn't talk to him about. Now he can talk. So he's going to have his press conference later today. We'll kind of talk about some of those things we expect from him, and maybe a little evaluation of what Scott Perry's done now that he's been here for about a year. We'll get into that as the show's just getting started. Jason Ross, Christopher Lott, and Dave's in there in the chat. Say hello to him too, as we continue to roll along right here on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hi. I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates.
When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust.
Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years.
And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. The real you is worth recovering. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Rock fans, this one's for you. The Rolling Stones are back with the brand new album Foreign Tongues out July 10th. Experience powerful new songs, timeless rock and roll, and the unmistakable sound that has defined generations. From the band that helped shape rock history, don't miss your chance to pre-order today. Visit therollingstonesshop.com now and secure your copy of Foreign Tongues before the official release.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
When your round is going bad, it seems like nothing works. So the So-So Golfer offers 6 tips to save the bad round. First, forget about working on swing mechanics. That creates headworms. Second, tee off with what's working. If your driver isn't working, use a club that does. A 7-iron in the fairway is better than a lost ball. Third, play shots you know how to play. If your second shot looks like a big fade around a tree in the fairway and you just never practice that shot, leave it alone. Take your medicine and hit it back in the fairway. Don't overcomplicate the task at hand. If a simple bump and run will get your ball to the flag, don't try a flop shot that might only catch your buddy in the teeth. And don't give up. It's okay to get upset after a bad shot, but Tiger Woods gives himself 10 paces to vent and then it's done. Good advice there. And most of all, have fun. It's a game. Remember, you'll have lots of time on the range to work out all those shot frustrations you find on the course. Smile, tip your hat, and get on to the next shot. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, 916-339-1140 on the text line. Man, a lot of you were in on that French chicken sandwich. I didn't have that one, but I'm glad we uncovered it. Again, I remember seeing that. The memory still works a little bit here. But I'm with Chris. The Italian chicken, actually the regular chicken sandwich is really good. The original chicken.
It was okay.
Really? Not a fan?
It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know the last time I've had it. But I think if we saw that the Italian chicken sandwich was back, would that be grounds? Would that be fair enough to like stop down the show and just go to Burger King right now and come back with chicken sandwiches? I think everybody would understand. I mean, come on. I think we'd all get it. We would all get it. Just make it happen, Burger King. You say, aren't they? You can have it your way. Is that their slogan?
It is.
Yeah, apparently,
and they've got these like fan favorite. Oh, we'll make the whatever you decide is the best.
What do you mean?
Like they had like different Whopper like things where they ask people to create like a different Whopper.
When you're putting just weird stuff on it, Fritos and blah blah blah. And like, all right, let's just. It's not broken there. Well, I don't know. I haven't been to Burger King in a long time, but
apparently I haven't been since when was the last time?
Yeah, 2021 was that? Or I'm confusing the 2023. No, McRib was 25. Yeah, I think it was 2023. You got that one right. So anyway, glad we uncovered that. That's for sure. All right. Thanks again for those of you checking in on the YouTube, including Dave. Dave is there. He called me during the break. He's having a good time. He misses all of us, all of you. All of you out there, especially Chris Guerrero. He didn't tell me that, but I just wanted to say that. Today, we have a press conference for Scott Perry. There's no, breaking news. There's nothing to really address as far as...
Oh, my God.
What? What do you got?
I saw a menu hack when it's not available.
What do you mean? Oh, for Burger King?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
So you order a plain original chicken sandwich.
Okay.
So no mayonnaise, no lettuce. Order a side of mozzarella fries, which comes with a side cup of marinara sauce. Open the bun, place the mozzarella fries directly on the chicken patty, and drizzle the marinara sauce over the top.
So I know it's called mozzarella fries. Are they sticks? Cheese sticks?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember, and I've never had them. Who's the one that does? Maybe it is Burger King.
Is Burger King getting a lot of attention today?
I know. Did they do, or is it Wendy? I've never had the chicken fries.
I think that's them.
And are they? It's just like chicken, not strips, but they're just like shaped like fries. Is that?
Yeah,
what it
I think
is?
so.
Okay. So if you do mozzarella sticks, side of marinara, lay that down on top of. I mean, how thick are this? Because it's just a cheese, thin piece of cheese.
I'll have to do some investigating.
Okay. Hey, Murph Dog's in the chat. What's up, Murph? What up, Murph? Today, Scott Perry will be addressing the media. He'll have his press conference. And this one will be one, like we said earlier, where Dave and I couldn't ask him certain questions. I mean, he just couldn't talk about it. He just couldn't address the things that a lot of stuff we would want to have asked. Like, okay, looks like Zach LaVine's coming back. That wasn't official. Couldn't do that. Looks like you're, by all reports, signing Precious Achiuwa. Okay. There were rumors about them wanting to trade DeMar DeRozan or potentially waive him. Now they've waived him. These are the things that we can expect to hear from Scott Perry today. And he will address those, probably talk about what he's seen so far in the California Classic, his rookies, some of the guys that he's elected to keep on the Summer League squad. We'll talk about that Summer League roster a little bit later and what we expect from that. But I also thought, if you look at what Scott Perry's done, he has had an incredible amount of patience. And I think that is exactly what the internal part of a rebuild needs. When you have an organization such as the Kings that has lost for the amount of years and the high volume of consecutive years, even with the break, the 1 year of the Beam team, and there were some seasons where they won a good amount of games that, they were playing teams, but, like legit good season, the first Beam team year and a playoff team. That's it. I mean, that's been the little break here for a long, long time, and there's been missteps, and, we don't need to recount all that. But there's probably, from management, an urge to be good as soon as possible. And I don't know that there's been a demand on that. I mean, Scott Perry wants to be good today, but you've got to do it the right way. And what's the right way? Remember those books as a kid, Choose Your Own Adventure? Like there's a lot of different paths that you can take. And if we just take this offseason, for example, there were rumors about the Kings at 7. All along we heard them targeting Darius Acuff, but the rumors would have been, they have to move up to get him. They may be willing to move up if to secure him. If he's gone, they may move back. I mean, what was true, what was not? Well, in the end, they identified their player. They also said they would be comfortable with a few of the other guards. Well, in the end, they got Darius Acuff. They seem very happy. He seems very happy. You move on. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kings pop up in the Jalen Duren potential sweepstakes. And that's the kind of thing where on the surface you go, no, just do this right. You don't need to attack. You don't need to take on more money. But this was an opportunity that he got himself in. And I think that was the right thing to do. You got to explore all these things. And so you want to leave yourself flexible. You want to leave yourself different lanes and avenues to be able to jump to an opportunity without really risking the rebuild plan. And to me, the rebuild plan is trying to keep as much of your draft capital as possible. They're trying to get younger. I think they had a couple of roads at doing that this offseason. We had said between LaVine, Sabonis, DeRozan, Westbrook. I mean, if some combination of 2 to 3 of those guys were gone, you're going to naturally get younger. You're going to get younger by drafting players, and they did that. Brought Achiuwa back. I mean, he's not an older player. And so with the existing, veterans and Monk and Murray and Hunter, what can you build? Well, the real options here for Scott Perry became Zach LaVine opted in. So you kind of see how that goes and get the best out of Zach in the final year. You explore Sabonis trades, but if, you don't just give them away. And you got to find the deal that you like back in return. And then DeRozan, you tried to deal. There wasn't a willing partner there. And so they cut him loose, let him go, do right by him, let him get an opportunity to see what he can find out there. And you kind of stretch his contract out and get a little bit younger there. Now, I still think they need to address another point guard for this roster as we get closer to the start of the season. Could that be Westbrook? Maybe. I mean, I feel like Russ did the things he needed to do while he was here to help him and to help the team. But I still would look at maybe a younger veteran, if that makes sense, because I just think that there's a lot of gravity to Russell Westbrook, and that's not a bad thing, but I think this needs to be a cuff and let him spread his wings and let him go. Westbrook's going to compete. That's not a bad thing. He's going to push him. But I think it needs to be a little bit clear where it's like clearly like the backup quarterback thing where it's like, no, we got a starter. The backup's here just in case. But to mentor as well. And I think that's the kind of role I think would be better for the Kings going forward. But the thing I want to praise Scott Perry on is not taking any really bad deals just to change. So he's shown patience. I think he'll continue to do that. I hope management and the decision makers all allow that, which seemingly they have. And that's important. That's important to getting this right. And I think by having more draft capital, more cap freedom in the future, it just allows you more lanes to, as I said yesterday, you want to get more things right, but it gives you a little freedom to get a few things wrong. If you have, a couple of years of all your draft picks where you get 2 or 3 picks, 4 picks in a year, you're like, we got 2 to 3 of those right. Okay, you can afford that when you have that many. If you have 1 and it's the 9th pick, you better get it right. I mean, so you got some more chances here, and I think they've shown patience. They'll continue to show patience, but also I think they'll strike when that opportunity is there. But I like that they haven't just caved and like, hey, we got to make this deal just because. They really haven't done that. All right, we'll expect I know you'll get a chance to hear that a little bit later in the show, or the day, when Matt and Kayla are on, and certainly the Drive guys will have that, and we'll have some reaction to it tomorrow here on the show. Still to come in the next hour, we will talk about that Summer League roster. We'll go around the diamond. We got 3 for Mandis, but we'll stick with the NBA. Some more news and notes coming your way as the first hour continues right here on Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports is taking over NBA Summer League. Join Jason Ross, Whitey Gleason, and Alan Stiles as they broadcast live from Las Vegas, July 13th through the 17th. Presented by Power Business Technology. Over the air, online, and on location, Sactown Sports 1140 is your eyes and ears for all things Sacramento Kings this summer.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Michelob Ultra, the California Office of Traffic Safety, and Caltrans. More info at CITPFest.com. Get ready, Sacramento. The Gold Rush Classic is back and bigger than ever. August 6th and 7th in Rancho Murrieta, where the stars and guitars come out to play. Tee it up alongside legends, Hall of Famers Rick Barry, Tim Brown, Marshall Faulk, and Sterling Sharp, plus fan favorites Reggie Theus, Olden Polynice, Fernandez, Lloyd Merriweather, Ostertag, and Greg Vaughn. Think you've got game? Take your shot at the $1 million hole-in-one. Step up to the Celebrity Challenge. Then, cap the night with an incredible farm-to-fork dinner and live concert under the stars, featuring the Cripple Creek Band. It's golf, it's music, it's an experience you don't want to miss. Proudly supported by Northern California Roofing, trusted since 1999. And Pace Supply. Streamline your supply, maximize your success. Sponsorships are available now. Visit goldrushclassic.org. That's goldrushclassic.org. We'll see you there.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
We probably shouldn't have started all this food talk, even though we do that all the time on the show. Where was this one from the YouTube? Okay. Do you have an air fryer, Chris?
I do.
Have you done this? Where was it? Oh, yeah. Get some biscuits, Tyson's chicken strips, and an air fryer. 4 minutes on both sides for the biscuits, 12 minutes on the chicken, and thank me later. This is just a chicken biscuit? It's fine.
What I do occasionally is I'll do fries and then chicken strips and then make those like chicken fries with the buffalo sauce.
Okay. We don't have an air fryer. I've been at some family members that have it. Actually, everything that kind of comes out of there is good. Maybe we should get an air fryer. Are you yay on the air fryer?
Pro air fryer.
What? I don't know. What do you use it most for?
Now, why would you ask a question like that?
I don't know. You have one and you're pro. Like, why? Sell me on it.
Well, it's also like I got the one that's like it kind of looks like a toaster oven type of thing.
Okay.
So it does like it's one of those things of like if you don't want to use your oven.
Yeah.
And it's something smaller to just go ahead and use that.
Like just to warm things up?
Oh, warm things up is good.
Is that how you mainly use it? Or Okay. Pro air fryer, yay or nay? Yeah. Let us know. 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. For quick snacks is what? Oh, that was the biscuits. Okay. Yeah. All right. If you need a quick bite, there you go. Biscuits, chicken strips. Cook them the right way in the air fryer. Good to go. Good to go. Yesterday, some news around the NBA. We talked about this during the show because it happened while we were on. But Donovan Mitchell getting a big, big payday yesterday, a contract extension. And actually, a little bit later in the show, we're going to talk about the Supermax and the value of it. Is it good for the league? Is it bad for the league? I think that it's an interesting point because some will argue that it's not good for the league. We'll get into that. Actually, it's coming up in 3 for Madness. But I think, if you're in a spot like Donovan Mitchell was yesterday, you absolutely sign that. You get that huge payday. I get it. But we'll see, long-term how these things roll out and kind of the good and the bad of the Supermax. We had Chris Middleton, who's kind of bounced around here lately. He's a former All-Star. He was all part of there was just like a big, massive trade that ended up kind of finally materializing yesterday with Middleton let me see. It was a 6-team deal that officially sent Middleton to the Wizards, D'Angelo Russell to the Grizzlies. He is also another player that's bounced around. Veteran Karis LeVert to the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, a 6-team deal is really, really rare. But that was just all part of all these other things that have been going on for the last couple of weeks. And, everything is becoming more official after the moratorium was lifted. That's the other part that's really weird about NBA free agency is the rumors are out there, then the free agency starts, and we're just hit with just all this information. And then it's like yesterday, Giannis with with Miami Heat. It's like, yeah, we've known this for weeks. But it's just you have to wait for things to become official. And even other parts of that deal, like John Collins, Gary Harris, Taurean Prince, it was just layers upon layers of that NBA deal. And so, the NBA, the offseason can be as interesting as the regular season. The games and the long season that it is can kind of become monotonous, but you follow the storyline week by week, game by game, month by month, and all waiting to get to the best part, to the NBA playoffs. But then you get to the finals. Now you have the draft, and right after that is just the frenetic time of NBA free agency, and just the volume of trades that we had this year is something that I'm sure, and I've talked about this many times, the league is, in my opinion, hypersensitive to feedback. I think it's important to take in feedback, but I think they're very reactionary, and I don't hear a lot of people complaining about the volume of trades. Maybe the league loves this. So, and if they get that word that they love it, they're not going to touch it. But if anything comes back to them in some sort of negative way via social media, they tend to react to it. And the case in point that I brought up, I think they are completely 100% overreacting to the lottery and the lottery reform. I don't think it's necessary. I think the league looks at other issues than maybe the real root of the problem to fix their issues that they have. And here's another case in point. Right now, with the NBA and Summer League, you'll see it if you didn't see it at the California Classic. They are experimenting with the free throw rule. I do not like this rule at all. I think it's just bad. I don't think it's needed. Instead of so the reason for the rule, and here's the rule if you don't know it, is if a player is fouled shooting 2, they get 1 free throw for 2 points. If you make it, you get 2. If you miss, 0. Well, first and foremost, I think it's being done to speed up the game. I don't think that as a volume of free throws, to me, isn't slowing the game down as much as they think it is. The reviews, that slows it down. Play shorter quarters. You can play 10-minute quarters. They're playing 10-minute quarters in Summer League. Game goes pretty quickly. Halftime's quicker. Like, everything's quicker. Those games went fast. They're like less than 2 hours. It's great. Part of it could be the free throw, and I hope they don't, attach that to it. The game the Kings beat the Warriors, the blue team, in the middle game of the 3 of the California Classic, the Warriors late in the game, outside of the 2 minutes, took a 3, shot it, missed it, but a foul was called on the Kings. It's a 3-point free throw. They missed it. It was a good free throw shooter. I'm guessing in real time he probably makes 2 of 3. He missed the first one, 0 points. That's too important of a shot to me in the outcome of the game. Now, it's Summer League. It doesn't matter. But I hope it's not implemented in the regular season. We saw a guy like Dylan Cardwell get fouled a lot. He was really bad at the line. That's something he needs to improve on. But if he gets 2 shots, and a lot of times a guy misses the first one poorly, and then they adjust and make the second. Instead, you miss the first, 0 points. I don't like it. I think the league looks at it that way and goes, okay, we need to speed the game up a little bit. We're worried about other sports playing too long. The NFL doesn't care. What's the number 1 sport in the world still? The NFL. They could play a 5-hour game. Well, in the U.S. Everybody's watching. They're watching. I don't feel like people complain about the length of football games. Maybe I'm missing something, but if you've got a good product You stand by your product. People want to watch it. Put it out there. So I'm not a fan of it. It's here in the Summer League. That's fine. I know they use it in the G League. That's okay, too. That's where you should experiment. I'm not anti-experiment, but I'm just telling you, I don't like that one. That one needs to go. Not for me. And I think they're doing the same with the lottery reform. Could you find other rules to tinker the lottery to try to curtail tanking? But all that goes back to gambling. You're not going to limit the number of games. I mean, it's just silly to me. But we'll see how the new reform goes. And if it works out, then good on the NBA. All right. When we come back in the next hour, 3 for Madness, 3 questions, 3 answers. And we will ask about that Supermax contract. Is that good for the NBA? Which event is better to watch? Home Run Derby or the Slam Dunk Contest? And more straight ahead in 3 for Madness.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got him. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, hour number 2 of the show. We're going to get to 3 for Madness here in a moment. We had some more really good conversations. You know, you start talking about food and people are all over it. A lot of people swearing by the air fryer. I believe that. Hot Pockets in the air fryer. You done that one, Chris?
I don't think I've had a Hot Pocket since high school.
That was a go-to. I had Hot Pockets. We had those little pizza rolls, Totino's. My guys, my hungry guys. A lot of Lunchables. What else? Oh, burritos, frozen burritos. Just those things. What is it about a frozen burrito? You put that in the microwave and you simultaneously have it at 7,000 degrees and then you also bite into ice later. Like, I could never get that exactly right. It's either, or both at the same time. It's either, you know, it's too hot, like molten lava, and then you bite another part. You're like, it's freezing in here. Unbelievable. Just happens. I haven't had a Hot Pocket in forever either. But they were good. I don't even know. Those probably are not good for you, but had a lot of them growing up. That's for sure. All right. Let's go with question number 1 and 3 for Madness.
Which event is a better watch, Home Run Derby or the Slam Dunk Contest?
All right. I think this one's easy. I think it's actually Home Run Derby, but it feels like, and you tell me if you feel differently about this, Chris, I feel like there's more memorable moments, though, in the dunk contest. Like things that I can remember that I feel like the Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon dunk contest was one of the greats of all time. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins had one of the great dunk contests of all time. I can remember a lot of Dwight Howard's Superman dunks. Nate Robinson, when he was going off there, winning a couple too. There are times, Blake Griffin, whereas the Home Run Derby is more of a steady, enjoyable watching show. It's like, my gosh, because it's more about, all right, I watched someone hit 35 home runs. That's great. And some may be 500, some may be wall scrapers. But I think, to me, I think there's more iconic moments in the dunk contest. How about you? What's your thought on that?
They're both hit and miss to where I remember the worst one. I think it was when was Gerald Wallace in it with the Kings?
He was.
I
went to that one, actually.
It was like a showcase. It wasn't even like a contest.
If I remember right, is that the one where they spun a wheel and that's the kind of dunk you had to do?
I thought it was like, hey, everyone's got 90 seconds at the same time, so do your best dunk in 90 seconds.
I remember Doug was in the dunk contest with the Knicks. What's with the laugh?
You're not supposed to kick the ball, Doug. You're supposed to dunk the ball.
He had a timer, too, and I remember it's like the dunk contest so I've been to 2. Being there is not great because to me, the dunk contest, every time I see a great dunk, you like see it first, you're like, oh, okay, that was nice. And then it's slow-mo, the replay, like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize, this, and this happened. He blew out the candle and the cupcake on the back of the rim, or he put a sticker on the top third of the backboard. But when you see it live and you're at the arena, it goes really fast. You're like, okay, That was a quick dunk. That was good. But then you need the replay, kind of all of the theatrics to it. But yeah, when they used to, and the other part is I think a couple of the dunk contests that I went to at the All-Star game, they had a lot of misses. And the second you miss, it kind of deteriorates the dunk attempt, because then you go back and try the same dunk. You're like, I see what you're trying to do. You either can't do it or you keep missing it.
But at the same time, I want to say when they first added the timer, I remember that, and it was in Colorado, and it was Shohei Ohtani's first, I think it might have been his only home run derby, but it was one where it felt cheated because, like, he just ran out of time and there wasn't any, he didn't get into a groove.
Yeah. Whereas, for the home run derby, for whatever reason, I feel like I remember Josh Hamilton's a lot. And I don't know what he did. Like, didn't he hit like...
Oh, boy!
Home run derby! Like McGuire's been in it. Sosa's been in it. Judge has been in it. Stanton's been in it. Griffey's been in it. Like, Griffey, like, with the backwards hat.
Yeah.
That was... And he's just got the most beautiful swing. But, like, the last couple of years,
I remember,
it's been great.
I think it was in Philadelphia, and that was the Bonds McGuire.
Yeah.
Showcase.
And I think a lot like the dunk contest, like, to me, I know Aaron Judge is hurt, but, like, if you had Judge, Shohei, Schwarber right now, like, just the titans of the game that hit a ton of home runs in the home run derby, it'd just be like, LeBron in his prime in the dunk contest. Like, LeBron hasn't been in the dunk contest. I think a lot of times you want the best dunkers in there. Doesn't mean you can't have great dunks, but, like, who was the guy that kept winning? Max McClung?
Oh, yeah.
Great. He was a great dunker, but, like, he was in the G League at times, and it's like, it doesn't mean he can't compete, but, like, that's all I know him for.
Yeah, at that point, we might as well just get, like, a
fan.
Professional dunkers.
Yeah, and those guys are great.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing here? So I think the better
You know what I think we do?
What's that?
I think we do mascot dunk contest.
And mascot home run derby?
Yes. Sorry, Mr. Met.
I also feel like home run derby, I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but you, me, the listener out there, has a better chance of being able to hit a home run than doing any of those dunks. Now, we may never hit a home run in home run derby. That's probably too far for all of us. Maybe there was a time where you could hit one. But we could play like a version of home run derby. You could go to I guess the same theory would be we could play on a lower hoop, but I just don't think it would look like that. Or if you played at a smaller park and played home run derby, you could get away with it and do it. I like home run derby. I think it's a good show. I wish they had even bigger names that are in it. So far, I think Junior Caminero and Ben Rice have agreed to participate in the home run derby. But we need a few more guys, a few more big names. Home run derby to me is great. That'll take place next week. All right, question 2.
Question 2.
Is the Supermax contract good for the NBA?
All right, before I answer that, we're getting people's suggestions on the frozen burrito. On how here's the hack. Frozen burrito, put half a cup of oil in a pan and fry it on medium. Flip off in it to prevent burning. Once cooked, place on a plate and sprinkle shredded cheese on top and microwave then for 30 seconds. I thought the whole point of the frozen burritos was to microwave them. You're doing the extra work, but okay. Heat up the burrito in the microwave, then fry it in a pan with a little bit of oil. So they have the reverse. That was a 209 and a 530. Okay. Is the Supermax contract good for the NBA? Now, there are certain rules for the Supermax. As you know, it's something about, it's the original team you're drafted and have to spend 4 years on that team. If you qualify and some of the qualifiers end up being, you're an all-NBA team, you're an all-defensive player, you're a rookie of the year, or you're a MVP. People that are, let me see, who's currently still on a Supermax? SGA, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Bradley Beal was on one. And SGA, that feels right. I mean, all these guys had done enough work to qualify. That's a little bit of the snag that's going on with Jalen Duren, right? Because he got an all-NBA team, was drafted by the Pistons. Here he is. He's ready to kind of hit some of these benchmarks. And if I'm him and his agent, I'm reaching for that money. But you got other stars like Nikola Jokic, who has waited on his opportunity to even get a larger Supermax. And I played the soundbite yesterday of Brad Stevens when he was talking about he didn't feel that the way his team was currently constructed, and he said he could be wrong, and we'll play this bite again, that, what was it, 70% of their cap could go to two players? Let me see if I can find. Yeah, here we go. Here's what Brad Stevens, one of the most respected general managers in the NBA, said about a guy who had earned the Supermax, and they had paid a ton of money to, Jaylen Brown.
The unbelievable way we've played in the regular season in the last couple years, the path looked a little bit more challenging to me. I might be wrong. I'm not going to stand up here and be defensive about that. But the path looked a little bit more challenging with 70% of our cap and such a high percent of our usage tied into two players. And the reality in this era and in this day and age of the NBA, and you could see it obviously with the last couple of champions and some of the teams that were at the very top of the league when it was all said and done at the end of this year, is that you have to do a great job, and you have to have the optionality to do a great job of building out depth that can hopefully replace the irreplaceable individual.
So that's the question, is tying up that much money into a player that has qualified, and in this case for Boston, they had two of them. I would say the Supermax has been bad for them because they felt they were compelled, and maybe there were other circumstances too here, that they had to move on from one of them, and Jaylen Brown was kind of the most outspoken. And you think about what they were potentially going to get for him. Like, I don't think they got the value that they wanted. They made the deal to get Paul George and the future picks. But so you have Tatum, Brown, Jokic, SGA on Supermax. Again, Jokic has an extension eligibility here coming up. Other players that have done that in the past, we mentioned Beal, Booker, Luka when he was with the Mavs, Giannis with the Bucks. These are great players. They're all great. But here you look at that now and you see Luka, they've moved on from him. We all can debate whether or not that was the right move. Now Giannis, like Milwaukee got to a point where so much money was tied into him. As they got better, as they won a championship, little pieces had to part ways with. They tried to add and find ways to complement it with Lillard. That just didn't quite work. And then they got to the point where, like, you know what? It's going to be a really hard path for us to win the NBA championship. And so now they're tearing it down, starting over. And I guess while you're in it, it's probably worth it, and you got to hope to get there. I know who else is going to be eligible soon. Ant-Man's got to be eligible soon. And well worth it. One of the best players in the league. If you're Minnesota, I'm doing everything I can to keep him. But if I had to guess, I don't think Anthony Edwards is going to be a career lifer on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I just don't. I think they're going to continue to get close. Not close enough, and bigger markets will definitely come calling for him. And so it's the setup. It's the way you've got it. I'm going to keep watching like OKC as their monies continue to go up, and when SGA gets to a level of, I mean, where's his final numbers? I was looking at that the other day. SGA with OKC, I think it's next year it kicks in for him. Yeah, the Thunder right now, going into the 26-27 season, some of the numbers are now updated. They have the highest salary, followed by the Magic, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Suns. Remember, the Kings were about 4 at one point. Now they're 10th. But there are 11 teams with a payroll over $200 million. The lowest team right now, the Pistons at 140, but remember, they're going to assume they keep Duren. That money will kick in. But SGA this year is going to make $40.8 million, while Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren each make 41. Then SGA jumps to 63, 68, 73. Man, good for him. But while he's making 73, Chet and Jalen Williams will make 50 each. So I'm going to guess, I think it's a pretty easy prediction, by 2029, 2030, there's no way those three players will all still be on the Thunder. There's just no way. That'll be $175 million of their salary cap. They identified the talent. They groomed it. They've won. They might win more championships, which in the end will be worth it. They won one. That you could argue that's worth it. But that's going to break up. It's going to have to. It's just the way of the business of operation. All right, question number 3.
Question 3.
When was the last time you were really excited to see a movie based on its preview or trailer?
Are you still anti-trailer, Chris?
Yes.
What's your answer to this? I mean, you haven't been... What's that?
The last time I got excited for a movie based on the trailer?
Or just, hearing a movie's coming out, or...
The Oasis trailer. I got hit up by Sean. We have to see this in IMAX now.
And did you, or has it come out?
No, it comes out in September.
Oh, so recently. When was that released? Or when was that information out?
4th of July, 4 days ago.
Oh, so, recently. Very recently. Do you know before that? I know you don't watch trailers, but you hear about movies coming out. I'm trying to think. So I was thinking about this the other day. People go to the movie theaters less. Theaters or movies are now being released on streaming services, and that's fine. And they just kind of come out. You don't really hear about them.
I haven't been really excited for a movie for a while, but I go all the time.
This movie probably came out. You're better at the dates. It might be 10 years ago now. The House?
Oh, yeah. I think that was
15, 16, somewhere in there?
No, I'd say like 2017.
Okay. So I remember seeing that preview. Will Ferrell, first of all, fan of most of his movies. They're not all hits. Amy Poehler, like her. The premise, if you haven't, it's a good movie. I think I only saw that once, and I liked it.
Who was right on the who got it right on the dot?
2017?
2017.
Nice.
I'll say about the movie, too, the most realistic crap scene I've ever seen in a movie.
It was a clever idea. I remember seeing the trailer going, oh my gosh, I have to watch. This is going to be great. And sometimes when you see the trailer, you get a little spoilers, but it was good. I liked it. I haven't seen it again, though. I think I need to probably rewatch. That's not on. Like, sometimes movies show up again.
It's on. It's been on HBO Max for a long time.
Oh, okay. Some of us don't have HBO Max. Is it rewatchable? Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's good.
Well, Jason Mantzoukas is also in it, who I think is every single actor in the movie I enjoy.
Yeah, that one I really wanted to see. Now, I know there's a ton of people, because you're like me, you're not that into the Marvel and all the, so I could get why people
I'll
are
see
excited
the new
about
Spider-Man, but
okay.
So when I've got to go opening night.
Yeah, I just haven't felt that way about him. The preview will come out and go, oh, I want to see that. Or
I really want to see the Odyssey, but it's not like I have to go. I already have my tickets already set to go.
Yeah, the other one already came out too, right? The Spielberg one.
Disclosure Day?
Yeah.
Apparently that did not.
I was going to say, that's come out, and I haven't heard a lot of people talk about that. So, I feel like we're in a different time for movies doesn't mean that's
also, I think
good
it's
or
because
bad.
we get everything so quickly now.
Yeah. And, or like, remember when, so if there was a blockbuster, if you somehow missed it, you're like, well, wait for, if we're going way back, video, or when now like those movies get released just a couple months later, where it used to be, you got to wait 6 months to a year before you can see
Or
it.
it'll be like 3 weeks on digital.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm trying to, I hope, I really like the movie theater experience. I'm still glad you go. Do you still have the, didn't you have like a card?
Oh, I had Movie Pass when that first came out, which was incredible.
Yeah, what was the rules with that?
You could only watch one movie every 24 hours.
Okay, but
so that's back when I would go I was going like 2 to 3 times a week, and I was seeing the worst movies.
I've got to correct myself. I'm going back to 2017 with I know what Naked Gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I stayed away from those previews because I didn't want to, I knew that was kind of the one like, oh man, I don't want to hear any of the jokes or hear anything before I see the movie. Was excited to go. We had tried to do me, you, Dave, and Sean. Dave didn't go, but me and Sean went. That was great. That was fun.
That was a movie I almost passed out laughing in.
Yeah, I was a bit, I always say my movie experience is the best with you and Sean. That one, both Sean and I got uncomfortable with you.
And that was one, I could feel I was laughing too hard. So I was trying to even, hold it back a little bit.
And then Sean would, elbow me. Because I got to sit in between you. That's the perfect spot so I can hear laughter from both. Different laughs, both great, one-seed laughs.
Because the snowman, the thing with the snowman scene was
that killed you.
I felt like I just had a feeling I knew where it was going, and then it happened, and I'm like, oh, this is the best thing ever.
And then Sean would elbow me. Is he okay? Wow, if Sean's judging you for laughing too hard or too much. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That one I was excited for, and it lived up to it. And then the fun part is then we sat outside and talked about all the funny things afterwards.
I should have been quoted for that movie.
Yes. Christopher Ladd from Sactown Sports gives it, and then just whatever quote you say.
Do you remember what I said?
I don't.
I said I did not like it because now I have to wait a few more days till I can see it again.
Why'd you have to wait a few more days? Oh,
because we saw the preview.
Oh, you're right. You're right. We saw the and that we were packed, and
Yeah.
you were next to someone that you didn't know too. That was the other part. You're like, people were laughing in the theater. A lot of people laughed, but you were laughing the most by far. And I was like, now I'm getting to the point. I'm like, all right, I'm not embarrassed, but I'm looking around like, man, everybody's kind of looking over here.
Because I would have laughed I would start laughing before everybody else.
Yeah. And then, at the beginning, it's like, all right, I'm laughing at things that are legitimately funny. Then I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you. And then I'm going, all right, Chris, tone it down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, I wish there were more movies like that you just got that feel that you loved. But I think at this point, everything for the fans that they can't wait for the release of movies to go to the theater, I think you're right, Chris. It's more of the Marvel, the big comic book type, over-the-top, extravagant, big money movies, and those are fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but that seems to be the wheelhouse now of where things have gone. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed 3 for Madness, 3 questions, 3 answers. Always you can chime in if you'd like with your own opinions at 916-339-1140 on the text line, on the YouTube page, as well as the chatters there. While you're there, do me a favor if you could. Hit that like button. There's a little thumbs up button at the bottom. Hit that. We like that. It's good for the algorithm. We appreciate that as well. All right, still to come on the show, we will talk about the Kings and their trip to Summer League in Las Vegas. Their Summer League roster is finalized. What we can expect from kind of the second-year guys, Cardwell, Clifford. Max is on the Summer League roster. He will be joining the team at some point in Vegas. We'll get into that. But next, we go around the diamond, including some history that was made yesterday. A couple of big days. We'll talk about the Giants and the A's as well. That is next on Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores.
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Someone's asking on our text line, to you, Chris, do you listen to the Comedy Bang Bang podcast? Who'd you say the guy, how do you say his name?
Jason Mantzoukas.
Is a frequent co-host.
Yeah, well, I listen to How Did This Get Made, which he's the co-host of.
People on the YouTube, Disclosure Day was trash.
What's weird, because, like, I thought it was weird because it's very rare to see, like, Steven Spielberg do, like, the media tour. Like, that was the one right before that movie. It was just like, oh, he's going on, like, Bill Simmons' podcast. He's going on other podcasts, and he's going on. I'm just like,
So
that's weird. I've never seen that before.
Well, it didn't help. A lot of people, Ron's looking for, or talking about the Odyssey's getting amazing reviews. Odyssey, like you said earlier, Chris, is one of those big ones that's been out there that I'm sure people will be looking forward to. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud here. Welcome in as we continue on. We got an interesting exercise a little bit later in the show. May bring back some old memories, but it's Wednesday. We've done some What If Wednesdays before. So we got a What If kind of scenario coming up at 9 that we'll ask you to kind of expand your minds and think how things could have been different. We'll go back a few years on that. Coming up, we got an either or NBA edition coming up at 8. What's left of the World Cup, too? Just an amazing match yesterday with Argentina, but USA obviously out. We talked about how disappointing that was. But is your interest still peaked? Are you out now? Who are you rooting for? We'll kind of get into that coming up. I want to get a few baseball notes from yesterday as well, let's start with this because honestly, I don't know why I was surprised by this, but I was. This one caught me off guard yesterday.
2-0, swung on, drilled deep to center field. It is back. It is gone. Home run number 300 for Shohei Ohtani.
300 already? I thought that was fast. And then I started looking at Shohei Ohtani's, seasons, and you go, yeah, I guess it checks out. 22, 18. Slower start there in the home run department. 7. But then, boom, 46, 34, 44, 54, 55, and 20. I mean, you go 55 and 50, you knock out 105 in 2 years. But Shohei Ohtani, 300 career home runs. And, I mean, obviously the guy's an absolute stud. That goes without saying. He's 31. I don't know how far he'll climb up the ladder. But right now, he is already 169th all time. I mean, that's gonna change quickly. I mean, let me see what the next gap to get to 400. That's now like the new 300 was kind of the big benchmark before. 400 and above. If he gets to 400, he'll be in the top 60. Now there'll be some others that might get there along the way. Like Manny Machado's the closest at 387, Goldschmidt 386, Judge 385, Harper 383, Freeman 382. These are the active guys. Trout is at 421. Stanton 456. I think Stanton's the high. Yeah, he is the highest active home run leader. He is 40th. And, that 500 list, that gets you to 28 and above. 600 list, there's only 9. And then the 700 list, Pujols 703, Babe Ruth 714. Henry Aaron, 755. We know Bonds, number 1 at 762. So Shohei went yard yesterday in the Dodgers' loss. They're 60 and 33. They're fine. Giants, unfortunately.
Dave loves L.A.
Yes,
Dave loves it.
It's proven. We know it. It's fact. Yesterday, the Giants lost 9-3 to the Blue Jays. So they're up, down, more down. Obviously, that continues. The A's, talked about that earlier. They just, they had a tough start to this series because they were facing Tark Skubal. The Tigers have been disappointing this year, but Skubal got him, and he improved to 5-4. 6-2 the final as the A's just couldn't really muster much in this one. And if I remember right, was it a 2-run shot for Bolte? No, a solo home run for Henry Bolte, which was good to see his second, I believe, third now as a pro. But that was about it. Langoliers knocked in a run, but A's lose that one 6-2 to start that series in the last week before the All-Star game. Now, around baseball, though, some things that were interesting yesterday to me. Some big individual days. Let's start with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They were taking on the Braves, and you just never know what might happen. And it started out early for former Oriole, current Pirate Ryan O'Hearn.
The pitch, high drive to right field. Ryan O'Hearn says, "Oh, granny time!" O'Hearn over the Clemente wall, the grand salami.
So that's a good way to start your day. That was in the first inning. He had homered again later in the game, and then let's get up to the plate one more time.
High fly ball to right, deep to the wall, and it's a record. Ryan has homered for the third time. A new Pirates record all time. 10 runs batted in.
That is a day. 4 for 5, 3 runs scored, 3 home runs, 10 RBI. Not that anybody cares out there, but I am in fantasy baseball, playing, of course, against Ryan O'Hearn. I was looking at the guy I was playing against. I went, where did all these points come from? Oh, of course he has Ryan O'Hearn. 4 hits, 3 homers, 10 RBI. So that was some history that was made yesterday. That was interesting to watch. Then you had a lesser-known player, let's say, to be fair, the Kansas City Royals. They were taking on the Mets in New York. And I don't know how many of you, I did not know about him, batting 9th for the Royals, playing right field, Tyler Tolbert. Well, Tyler Tolbert had himself a day as well, as he was just continuing to get hit after hit.
Augusta, Richmond, Roan. There's a fly ball hit pretty well to left. Soto is back. Soto looking up, and it's gone. It's a 2-run homer for Nick Lofton.
Oh, that's the wrong guy. That's not Tyler Tolbert. Well, here's what Tolbert had done. On Saturday against the Phillies, 2 for 2. Monday against the Phillies, 5 for 5. So 7 plate appearances, 7 straight hits. He was playing against the Mets yesterday, and here we go.
And a check swing, roller left to the mound. Charging in Lindor. Gloves, throws, no throw, he's safe. 12 consecutive plate appearances with a hit for Tyler Tolbert. A major league record.
That's crazy. So he was 2 for 2, then 5 for 5, then 5 for 5 again. 12 straight appearances, 12 straight hits. He did get out the last time. So he's finally cooled off. He homered in both days, 2 of those 3 days. But my goodness, and his average, skyrocketed. Is that right? What he's doing now? He's averaging on the season, up to 396, but he was batting 12 of 13 now in his last 3 games. Incredible. And that's what I said yesterday about baseball. I know baseball hasn't been everybody's sport, but that's the thing. You just don't know what can happen, when, who. All the different possibilities are out there. And here's a guy that's batting 9th for the Royals that goes 12 for 12 in consecutive games. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. As far as the season goes, just kind of look at bigger picture in the final week here. We talked about the division yesterday in the standings, and things are starting to solidify. You don't really have the best race. I think at the moment we're talking about is the American League Central, and where you have the White Sox and Guardians, and really the Twins are kind of still in the mix. Tigers aren't completely out of it. The AL East is getting closer and closer because of the Braves' struggles, leveling the Marlins and Phillies back in. But the others, the Dodgers have a 14-game lead. Brewers a 7-game lead. You have a 4-game lead for the Rays on the Yankees. That's not insurmountable. But then the AL West has some intrigue too, because the Mariners are a half game up on the Rangers. The Astros are 2 back. And this division is just a shame for the A's that, 1, they can't win home games. 2, their pitching has killed them. They are 41-50, still just 5.5 out of the Mariners. The Mariners are 2 games above 500. The Rangers are just a game above 500, and the Astros are right there with 2 games below. It's for the taking. I still hope the A's are going to be aggressive at the trade deadline. I would imagine that they won't be if we look at past history, but this was a gettable year for them. And if we, in fact, do have the lockout strike, however you want to word it, I'll really be bummed that if this year continues to go as it is, that they'll couple years in Sacramento and there wasn't a trip to the postseason. I really, really wanted to see that. Doesn't mean it can't happen yet, but I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith in that. And I would really, really love to see postseason baseball in Sacramento. But at this point, the A's better get together. The Giants, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. The Sacramento Kings will be making their way to Las Vegas. They announced their Summer League roster yesterday. It's a little bit of a different look. Nothing of shocking value, but what we can expect from that group. Can Acuff continue to shine? And we'll go over some of the matchups the Kings have coming up in Vegas, which starts for them tomorrow night. We'll do that when we come back here on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Wow, what is all this? These screens, the food.
All for the game, bro.
Let us pitch in.
No need. I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet with T-Mobile. I've got it all covered.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. Compared to regular rates after third line free on Experience Beyond plan with internet bundle discount via monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Credit stop if you cancel or change plans.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see. The new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Michelob Ultra, the California Office of Traffic Safety, and Caltrans. More info at CITPFest.com.
It is Christmas in July with the Sacramento River Cats. Join us on Saturday, July 25th at Sutter Health Park for holiday fun, summertime baseball, and a festive night you won't forget. Celebrate the season early. Grab your tickets now at rivercats.com.
Carmichael Dave. He's got very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
I've worked with Chris for so many years, seen so many looks. The one I just told him about a message during the break, he was like, what?
Not my birthday.
Jason Ross, Christopher Ladd, good morning here on this July 8th. 2026.
Unbelievable.
Can you believe that?
Unbelievable.
Where's the time gone? I mean, Chris, before long, it'll be week 1 of the NFL. Then week 2.
Unbelievable.
And then
almost the week 1 of the NFL.
Third week, and then, man, week 4, and then 5 and 6. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140 if you'd like to get in on our phone lines or our chat our text line, on our chat. We have everybody checking in there as well. The Summer League is officially getting started tomorrow for the Sacramento Kings. They're heading to Vegas. They'll be coached by Chris Darnell, who coached them in the California Classic. And the Summer League roster was officially announced yesterday. There's just a couple of differences than what we saw in the California Classic. And the two names that I don't see on the Vegas Summer League team, and let me double check to make sure I got this right, because I would hate to have misinformation here, but let me see. Yep. Okay. So the best of my knowledge, what I can see and what you may have seen at the California Classic, a guy that actually impressed me a bit, and I don't know if there's an NBA player in there, but there's a good innate instinct feel for the game in Howan Guo. He had some moments, especially I think maybe in the second game at the California Classic. Looked like he might be able to do some things, but he is not on the Kings Summer League roster in Las Vegas. Or Jamarian Sharp. Now, Emmanuel Sharp is who they drafted in the second round. Don't get confused, but Jamarian Sharp, 7'5" from Ole Miss, was long and lanky and definitely deterred shots in the paint. I thought there was, maybe a project there. You never know, but looks like he is not on the Kings Summer League roster in Vegas. Now, the only other difference is an addition, and the addition is a good one. It's Maxime Reynaud. Maxime Reynaud is listed on the Kings Summer League roster in Las Vegas. I don't know how much of a run he will get, Cardwell will get, Clifford will get. But I hope they do. And it's not about winning the Summer League, even though the Kings have did well last year. Got very far. I think they lost in the championship, if I'm not mistaken. But you want to put yourself in a position for these guys to be in year two. Just there's a comfort about a reset of the first calendar year being done of your NBA career. You've gone through every rookie experience, and you'll still get some new things that happen in year two. But there's just, if we do this in your own walk of life, your first day in high school, compared to your junior year and your senior year and your sophomore year or whatever, your first year at work or your first, where do I park? How does this job exactly work? And then you just get comfortable and settled and then you find your way. Well, you look at Neek and Cardwell and Reynaud, they did a good job of finding their way. They were thrown into the fire to some extent last year based on injuries and probably circumstance, the way the team was playing. It made some sense to get those guys reps. And now it's, okay, what elements of your game have you worked on? Now, Max has been playing basketball quite a bit with the French team. And when he comes and is available, he will give it a run out there and see if he can, refine some more post skills, work on that defense. The standout point that I think we all talked about, anybody that went to Las Vegas last year, and probably even if you watch the games, you could hear it, was how loud Max was on the court. Like, you could just hear him in the gym. His voice was just booming, right. You could just hear him shouting out defensive commands. And that stood out. And then you watched him play, and you're like, all right, that looks like there's something here. And then he ended up having a really good rookie season on the all-rookie team. So year two for him. Want to see how he develops. We saw Neek, and I had my critiques of him in the California Classic where I love the fact that he lets the game come to him, but there's also can you push it just a little bit? Push your agenda. You are a good player. You are a guy that's got the most experience out here. Unless it was by design to let others go, but I think I would like to see, much like I think we said with Keegan Murray, if I'm not mistaken, played in year two of the California Classic, the very first game, and I think the rule to him was like, you can't overshoot. So Keegan came out with super aggressive, driving the ball and shot, 20-something times, and it's like, that's fine. We're seeing a more aggressive Keegan, and that's what same kind of thing is what I would like to see from Neek Clifford. And then Cardwell, it's just polish. Polish the offensive game. The defensive game, the impact, the energy, the physical nature, the love of playing, super contagious, very likable, easy to root for. You want all those things from him. It's just, can you refine that post game? Can you become more than just a catch and a lob catch dunk guy, putback guy? Is there a little bit of offense that you can find in your game? And that's what he's going to work on. As far as a guy like Darius Acuff, so far what I've seen of national people, and more people are going to get a chance to watch him, certainly in Vegas firsthand, and we'll get different looks at him. Like, I look at the Kings format, the schedule. Tomorrow night they open up with the Clippers, and that's a matchup with Keaton Wagler. And he was the first point guard taken. How does he look on the head-to-head matchup? How does he look against the Clippers defense? Do they put bigger guys on him? How does he handle the little bit of a bigger stage in Vegas? Again, he'll be playing in bigger moments than that in the NBA. But, there'll be a lot of eyes on him. There'll be a lot of people expecting things from him. And by demeanor, by his own game, it doesn't look like that's going to be any kind of concern. The other part is you want to get through Vegas healthy. They don't have their second pick of the first round and Caravan available just yet. We're about that time for the reevaluation stage of his ankle injury, and nothing they need to push. It's just you would love to see him in action with this Summer League squad and see the first kind of elements of where he could potentially fit in with this team. And then it's the other pieces that they have, like Sutton, who looked really good in a couple of the games in the California Classic. Jonathan Mobo, Emmanuel Sharp, like the defensive, scrappy, presence-felt type guys that this team, I think, has sorely missed. They really have. And those guys are going to get their attention from Doug Christie and the coaching staff by doing that. Scrapping, getting on the floor, being everywhere, just the amount of plays that Sharp made where he just got his hands in there, just hands involved and stripping away the basketball. He made plays on the defensive end, which, again, this team is sorely missed. So between all of that, and then the other part of it is I mentioned the first matchup the Kings have when they play the Clippers, and seeing the two high lottery picks, point guards, and Wagler and Acuff. How about the second game the Kings play? They play Washington. Now the Wizards struggle like the Kings last year, but they have A.J. DeBonsa. Now, we won't have an Acuff-DeBonsa matchup, I don't believe. There could be switched out on each other, maybe on a screen situation where they're guarding each other, or maybe Acuff's being guarded by DeBonsa. But there's not the natural comparison there just because they're different positions, but it's still the highest pick of the draft. And for Kings fans that are making the trip out there, or if you're watching the game on TV, you'll get a chance to see, two of the higher profile projected potential rookie of the year candidates out there going head-to-head. The third game will be a familiar matchup for the Kings because they had Brooklyn here in the California Classic. Now, what will be likely different is Mikel Brown Jr. did not play the first two games, did play the third game 2 nights ago, and I got to believe he's going to give the clearance and be playing in Vegas. So I'd like to see those 2 point guards. So we could see Acuff against Wagler, Acuff against Mikel Brown Jr., and then the last game the Kings have on their schedule of the 4 that are scheduled is Boston. They're guaranteed a 5th game. If they don't fare so well, they'll get a 5th game and get out of there. If they are playing well, they'll get in that little mini tournament and see how far they can advance and if they can make it to the finals in the championship and win yet another Summer League title. Let's hope so. So as we watch this team in Las Vegas, first and foremost for me, I'll reiterate, health. Got to stay healthy. Get through the summer. We observe the picks, and 2 of the 3, if I'm looking at Acuff and I'm looking at Sharp, I like what I see. On just a blank, easy, clean statement, I like what I see. Not making this final assessment like they got the rookie of the year, they got the best pick of the draft. I don't know. That's way too unfair to say now, but in the early stages, and I've told this story before. If you haven't heard it, it's going to Summer League. I don't know how many years I've done this now in a row, but seeing De'Aaron Fox for the first time in person, just staggering how quick he was. You're like, all right, there's something here. Then seeing Giannis, Yorgos Papagiannis in Summer League, I went, uh-oh. Now, I wasn't too worried to start the regular season because you're like, it's Summer League, maybe he'll be fine. Well, it proved like that pick was an uh-oh. And so you want to see if they have the look. Do they belong? Do they look like they could be a future piece of the franchise? Right now, I would say Sharp, yes. Acuff for sure. And then Caravan, we're waiting. And that's the real bummer to me so far, and that's back to the injury part. Stay healthy, and let's see what you can do. So we'll hopefully see Caravan at some point. I expect that we will, and then we'll make our assessments on him from there. All right, coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to get back into the World Cup a little bit too. What are you rooting for now that we've We're getting down to the, as Chris said yesterday, it's getting to the bummer time where we're not going to have two matches a day, really. It's just going to be dwindling down here to the end. The best part of the tournament, you could argue, but it's also fewer games. Who are you rooting for? We'll get into that. We still have who's hot, who's not, and streaking. But when we come back, we'll do a little either or. NBA edition. We'll have some questions we'll ask, and what would you prefer? We'll do a little either or. That's coming up in the 8 o'clock hour here on Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Awkward time to ask this, but hey, did you download the trail map?
Yeah, no, I don't need to.
I don't understand. You're trusting your signal out here?
Well, I'm trusting T-Mobile. They have the best network. And if we end up in bum-tots nowhere, well, we've got T-Satellite for backup.
Whoa, I don't trust my carrier that much.
We'll just use your phone as a flashlight.
With America's best network and T-Satellite, we're keeping you connected in places you never thought possible. And if you switch today, you get free phones for $0 down and only $25 a month per line for 4 lines. Find out more at T-Mobile.com or visit your local store.
Best mobile network based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025 with 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on Essentials. For well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 connection charge per line. Credits end in balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement example $299.99 Moto Edge 5G required. T-Satellite available with compatible device in most outdoor areas in the U.S. where you can see the sky. Included with experience beyond or $10 a month. Auto renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Hey there, Mark and Tom, the travel and entertainment guys, brought to you by Sports Leisure Vacations. Time for our weekly travel tip. With it, here's Mark Hoffman.
Connecting flights at hub airports. You know the routine. Get off the plane, dash through a concourse, maybe downstairs, catch a train, race down an endless hallway, and if you're really lucky, you might have time to pee and grab a snack before they close the door. There are 2 ideas here to help. 1, consider getting a seat in the middle of the aircraft by paying up to a preferred seat. This will save precious minutes getting off the plane. 2, opt for a longer layover and maybe save money. This week, shopping for a flight to Rapid City through Denver, a 3-hour connection was $180 cheaper than the hour-and-a-half one. In other words, I can save $180 in exchange for an hour and a half of my time because there's more demand for the tighter connection. This happens often. Just check out the fare charts and be super aware of a connection less than 60 minutes. You're asking for trouble.
More tips to make you a smarter traveler, Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. callers, texters, YouTubers, make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show, Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Verla.
Well, you got quite a show there. We are halfway through the week. Chris, are you still doing your boxing training?
I'm not. Unfortunately, my cousin had to close it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were really enjoying that.
I was.
How much better did you get? I mean, from the conditioning side, because I know at the beginning you were telling me, like, oh my gosh, I was just doing a few minutes of this and it was exhausting. But then I know you had ramped up quite a bit.
Conditioning was great. I think that's all gone now.
Yeah. When do you think was the best shape you were ever in?
Probably my senior year of high school.
Yeah, I think that's me too. Yeah, it's either that for me or about my third year of college where I was trying to play some basketball then. But yeah.
Yeah, if you're in better shape, you probably would have done a whole Ironman.
That was in college or high school. And I didn't claim to be in good shape then. Gosh, you killed me for that. If I ever did a whole Ironman, what would you say about that?
Finally.
So the half was not impressive enough.
See, I say that as a joke, not thinking anything of it. And our friend Rob, he did the Shamrock half marathon. And as a joke, I was like, half. So then he didn't even tell me. He's just like, oh, yeah, I'm in the California Marathon because you said half.
Oh, no. Like coming up?
No, the last one. He did it already.
He did it in December?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And he did it.
And I'm like, it's a joke. I'm just joking. I can't do a half marathon.
So your joke inspired him to do a full marathon.
Yeah.
And he did it. Do you even have any idea the distances on the half Ironman?
I'm guessing it's a mile swim.
Okay.
70-something mile bike ride.
Okay.
And a half marathon.
Okay. Close-ish. 1.2 swim, so you're a little short, but you too much bike. 56.
Oh, okay.
And then 13.1 on the run. What if we did a show marathon? No, Ironman, but you can do a leg.
I do the bike.
You would be the bike.
Yeah.
So then we have the problem with Dave or doing the marathon or the swimming, and I'm doing the other part. How do you think that would go? Honestly, I think I should do the swim.
Really?
Yeah. And if you did the bike, could we get Dave to do the run? 26 miles.
Oh, so this would be the full Ironman. So you would do 2 miles of swimming, and I would do 100 miles of
112
biking.
And he'd have to do 26. Well, or we do the half. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think you have the easiest one.
Oh,
That's
gee.
smart. Easiest. Careful how I say that. Well, here's how I felt when I was doing it, when I was training for it, and this is forever ago now, I really just wanted to finish. That was my whole goal. Never done anything like that. Hello. I wanted to cross the finish line. I felt comfortable with the swim because I had trained for that. And the bike, I trained for all the elements. But I knew worst case scenario, I'll walk on the last part. Like if I'm tired or run, walk, run, whatever, just rotate. I knew I would get there once I got off the bike. And, especially I think they shut down a certain amount of time if you take too long to swim or take too long to bike. Pretty much the marathon or the running part, you just, may have less fanfare at the finish line, but they'll let you go. So that part wasn't And that was my least favorite part, the running. Just, yuck. But there's people that do that all the time that just love running. And like those ultra marathoners, oh my gosh.
What about Eric Burns?
Yeah, isn't he doing like super Ironmans now?
Well, he did that one, remember that fundraiser where he swam the bay and then cycled from like Oakland to Chicago and then ran from Chicago to New York.
Good gosh. Here's a texter. Hey, guys, I did the 10-man triathlon in Hawaii when I was 16. Took me 8 hours, and it kicked my butt. Yeah. Good for you, though.
I think the cycling, though, that's the one you have the easiest way to rest while doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
and like the swimming is absolutely no rest.
No. And I've told the story when I did the Ironman. Gosh, it's been a long time ago now. The half, excuse me, as Chris would want me to point out, the half. We were swimming in the ocean there in Santa Cruz. And, you know, when you're just kind of trying to get in a rhythm, and I'm, you know, constantly looking over my shoulder, get your breath, and you're looking, and I go, man, am I going anywhere? Because you're swimming like the length of the pier, you go out past this buoy and then come back, and it's a ways, obviously 1.2 miles. And it just feels like you're not going anywhere. And to me, and anybody who's ever done any of this, I don't know if you have the same experience, but the whole thing is about mind over matter. It's a mental thing, 100%. And as long as you've trained, if you've trained and you're somewhat ready, you can do it. How did Rob do, by the way, Chris,
I don't remember. He finished.
Oh, there you go. Like, I don't care.
He finished in the middle, so.
I mean, that's the thing, too, is like if you do it and you've been a competitor, like sometimes you're like really trying to like, oh, I'm going to catch that guy or that lady or that, whoever it is. And then it's like, you know what? That's making me work too hard, or I just want to make sure I can complete the race.
It was pretty funny because it was me and a couple of our friends. We went to the Limelight. I think that's like right where the 21-mile marker is or that.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had him up on our map to see where he was. And so we're just eating breakfast and having some cocktails.
Drinking, eating, while he's running.
All of these people are running by.
And he's been running for like 3 hours, and you're like, yeah. Can I have another side of potatoes and another biscuit? Also, our boss, Richie, didn't he do some like crazy like
Spartan race?
Yeah, I've seen some of those Spartan Tough Mudders or whatever they're all called. I don't know. His was like brutal. How far his was, and just the other things you have to do. So, yeah, people do some incredible things out there, and good for you if you're able to, one, do it and have the mental. It's really mental. It really is. Have the mind over matter. I mean, that's the challenge that I like, but obviously not enough. Done it once. All right, here we go. A little NBA either-or edition. I got some questions here, and I don't know. I'll weigh in my opinion. You can too as well at 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Also on the YouTube chat. First one here from our either-or NBA edition. Oh, wait. I want to get to some of these here because I didn't see these. Okay, hey, Jason, one of my older friends was extremely overweight. This is from Brandon Dietzman. Okay. One of my older friends was extremely overweight his entire life, flipped a switch, and became a triathlete. He has been doing Ironmans and marathons several times a year. That's awesome. Another one, I do Spartan races every year. Ron did one Tough Mudder, never again. Okay, I could see that. That is a mental exercise for sure. All right, so either or, NBA edition. Here's the first one. Which was a more bizarre trade? Ja Morant or Jaylen Brown? I still think it's Jaylen Brown. And I think this is going to be a really interesting thing to watch as the NBA season unfolds. Ja Morant, it just felt like necessity at some point. The Grizzlies were going to do this, and they didn't give him away, but he needed a fresh start. They needed a fresh start from him, and you could kind of see it coming. I did not see Portland coming. That was a surprise, so that makes it the bizarre element. But if it's an either or, to me, it's Jaylen Brown, and here's why. We were talking earlier about the Supermax. He is a Supermax player. I still think there's a great debate on whether or not he's the better player than Jason Tatum. That doesn't really matter. They're good complements to one another. Brad Stevens had suggested it was too much salary invested in two players. That's at least his belief. It also feels like there was something more behind the scenes that was bothersome amongst Brown and the Celtics organization. And he wanted a new look. They got to a point where they were definitely openly shopping him. They were so close to him and Giannis, and that to me would have been a better deal for the Celtics. And then after that, then it was like, all right, Giannis picked Miami, or Miami landed the right move enough to get him. And so then Boston was put in a spot like, okay, they could have brought Jaylen Brown back, but it felt like they were at the point of no return. And Brad Stevens ultimately felt like, look, I'm going to deal with one of our biggest rivals, get what everybody thinks is less in return, at least the player part of it. The questionable part is getting Paul George and future picks. And it feels like other big names have been traded, got a lot more than that. So that to me was a bizarre move. I still think Boston's going to be really good. I still think Philadelphia will be good. It's a good move for Philly. Jaylen Brown's a terrific player. And between Embiid, if he can stay healthy, which is always the if, but Maxey and Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, they get some nice pieces there for the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, either or. Next one. Who has a better future, the Jazz or the Wizards? Now, I think these two teams are very similar in the way they're currently constructed, where you have some young talent that you're anxiously looking to build upon, but also some veterans, younger veterans. You know, Trae Young's not a dinosaur. Anthony Davis is not quite there yet. I don't know how much time he has left, but they got those veterans there with the Wizards. And then you look at what they got in Alex Sarr, some of the names they've been having the last couple of years, and like Bub Carrington, Koulibaly, but the big piece is AJ DeBonsa. So that's kind of their layout. I'd like, of the either or, I'm going to say I like Utah's situation better, but it's also one of the case studies that I always like to say when you're looking at teams that have the draft assets that the Utah Jazz have, because they also have that mix of young players that they got to be excited about. Ace Bailey, Keontae George, obviously Darren Peterson, the second pick. And their veterans, Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr. aren't, they're younger veterans, especially Jaren Jackson Jr. They got time to take a run at this group, see how far it can go, and with the draft assets, still have an opportunity to take another swing at it and try another name coming in for future picks. And that's the thing when teams have, and Danny Ainge had this a little bit in Boston at one point, where it's like they have all these draft capital, all these assets. Well, at some point, you got to turn that into something. And that's how I feel about them in Utah right now. They have all those picks still from the Gobert trade, from the Mitchell trade, and even this Walker Kessler trade. They've just amassed a high number of potential future assets. Those are great things to have. But are you going to just continue to make them as draft picks? Or at some point, are you going to package that and go, boom, we can now strike and get this free agent or this player because of the draft capital that we have? So I'm going to say I like the Jazz future better. I think the Wizards could be better, potentially quicker. I don't know. We'll see. But, I mean, the Jazz future is all contingent on what they turn it into. But that would be my answer on the either or. I would say the Jazz at this point. All right, the next one from either or, NBA edition. Would you rather have the Thunder roster or the Spurs roster? I think this, as much of the makeover of a lot of the league that we've seen, I still think you look at the West and you say the top two teams are the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. And what does each team do in the offseason to improve? Look, the Spurs took out the Thunder, ultimately lost to the Knicks. They're trying to figure out what's the one last piece, what's that one last hurdle to get us over the top. And to me, you look back at the awful finals that De'Aaron Fox had.
Fragile ego, fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit.
What's funny is I could see in the other room, Chris kind of reached his arm over. He was just ready if I was going to bring up the name De'Aaron Fox.
Fragile ego, fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit.
But I did twice, unfortunately. Also, Victor Wembanyama. What does he do this offseason? We know what he famously did last offseason as far as the shape he got in. I think those were all great things that he did. I think this guy's an ultimate competitor. He's going to try to find ways to get better. But to me, as I said, remember yesterday when I said talking about A-Cuff or different things, the league weaknesses are exposed. You put film out there every single game. And Victor Wembanyama put the film out there in the finals where he went, oh my gosh, this guy's so good, so gifted. How do you stop him? Oh, wait a minute. At the end of games, in close games, a lot of pressure on. What move does he have? Where's he going? What is his go-to move? He's the tallest player on the floor. That's a big weapon right there in and of itself. He's a head start. But, you double, triple team, get the ball out of his hands. How does he get it back? Like when people are scouting and spending hours upon hours upon hours of trying to find a weakness and to slow you down, you look at him and you go, he does not at this point have a go-to move. I'm sure that's where he's going to be in the lab this offseason. So Victor Wembanyama's improvement, the rest of the Spurs' improvement. I love what their roster is. And the Thunder have a little bit of a different motivation. Look, they've been the 1 seed 3 years in a row. They've won one title in there, but they lost to the Spurs. And it feels like everything they're doing is kind of zeroed in on Victor Wembanyama because they already have Chet Holmgren, who had a bad final game, if you remember right, that Game 7. So kind of his lab work in the offseason, what is he doing? The signing or re-signing of Isaiah Hartenstein, and then the drafting of Mara. So they have like 3 bigs. They're going, we are going to throw size and length, and we're catering a lot of our roster around Victor Wembanyama, which makes a ton of sense. So with that said, I think there's no doubt everybody would take the potential of what Victor Wembanyama would be. And I think because of that, that's the very slight lean on the Spurs roster over the Thunder for me. I feel like there's a few more things. And then also kind of the X factor for the Spurs. How much better does Castle get? Harper, how good was he in his rookie year? It feels like there's more growth potential with the Spurs. And I don't really know that the Thunder need to grow that much more. They're not really that flawed of a team. They've got a lot of good things. They've won 1 title in the 3 years of being the best team in the NBA. They probably would want 2 out of that, if not 3. But I can't see a reason why they won't be in contention next year, barring injury, right? And even they had some injuries this year. And I think we can't sleep on that. One of their best players is an all-star, Jalen Williams, that did not play that much in the finals, or the conference finals, excuse me. He was hurt, battling injury in a lot of the playoffs. I got to believe he would have helped on a consistent rate if he was there for him. So all that being said, on the either or, I would prefer slightly the Spurs, and that's mainly because of Victor Wembanyama. All right, another either or. Who's had a better career? James Harden or Russell Westbrook? Chris, I want to ask you this one. In your mind, as you hear that either or, who's had a better career, James Harden or Russell Westbrook?
Without looking into it, I would say Westbrook.
Okay, tell me why.
He had those triple-double years. He had those triple-double years. He didn't have, like, terrible performances in the playoffs like Harden. And, I mean, he's starting to get into all these different type of records.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both, I mean, they have similar, like, Harden's a higher scorer all time, and it's top 10 all time in scoring. They both have been a one-time MVP. They both are looking for, they made it to the finals together way back when. They're looking for a championship. I think I would say Westbrook, too. I think it's close. It's really close. But I think the one thing that you said was what I was going to bring up. I think was the really, kind of to me, that's the sticking point for Harden to me is, and it's not about, I know like Dave really just dislikes his style, the way he plays, or it's who he is. I mean, whatever. That part I'm not going to hold against him, though I don't love it. It is the thing you said. He's had a lot of games where he's disappeared in the playoffs. Disappointing game 7s, disappointing game 5s, wherever it is in a series where he's just disappeared. And I think that's something I would hold against him a bit. And you hope for huge moments. It's not like he hasn't had good playoff games. He has. But he's now starting to have more of a collection of those disappointing games where I feel like that's less on Westbrook. So Harden's way up there in all-time points. So is Westbrook. They're all up there in all those categories. But Westbrook in that triple-double consistency of, 3 consecutive years of doing that? That was crazy. So, yeah, I'm with you on Russell Westbrook on that one. Another either-or. Next year, do we continue the trend with a 9th different champion, or do we get one of those teams to repeat? So if we look back at that as our 8 different NBA champions, obviously this year we have the New York Knicks, and they already open up as not the favorite next year, which I understand that. Oklahoma City Thunder, Boston, Denver, Warriors, Bucks, Lakers, Raptors. Well, you start to take the list. I know the Raptors will get some love as a potential champion candidate. I don't quite see it. I like what they've done, but I don't see them as a champion. I don't like the Lakers offseason at all. I really don't. I don't think they did a good job. I think they're restricting their avenue here, much like I talked about Utah having a lot more lanes to go to get things right with all those draft assets. It just kind of gives you some freedom to have some misses. The Lakers have none. No freedom. They've got to basically get it right with Walker Kessler, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, which they'll be good. Just don't think that's championship worthy to me. So now if we're looking at a 9th straight different champion or one of these 3 teams to repeat, I don't see it being the Raptors. I don't see it being the Lakers. I don't see it being the Bucks. Warriors we're going to hold off on for the moment if they get LeBron or some other things, but as of now, I would say I don't see them repeating. Denver always feels like they have a chance because they have Jokic, but it still feels like they're missing something too. Boston very much could. Oklahoma City Thunder is one of the favorites, so that would be the one. And then the Knicks. So, but I'm going to say if I'm picking one, let's go different again. Let's get a 9th different team. That'd be fun. So that could be the Spurs. That could be the Sixers. That could be the T-Wolves. That could be just about anybody that's different than that previous 8. So I think that Miami, right? They haven't won it in a while. They've been there, but they haven't won it. They've lost twice in that stretch. So that would be a team I could see that could do some damage. And then the last one we have for either or, tougher conference, the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference. And I think this used to be really easy. It was always, the West, the West, the West, the West. I don't know anymore. I really think this is very, very close. I think to round out conferences, you kind of also have to go to the bottom and feel like, all right, what's the weakest link of each conference? And how does that, justify? Because if we look at the top of the West, you go, man, Thunder and Spurs, 2 60-plus win teams. We only had 1 in the East. Okay, but like when you go past the Spurs, did you feel like the Knicks, the Celtics, the Cavs, the Raptors, they all felt as good as, to me, the Nuggets, the Lakers, the Rockets, the Timberwolves. So, and now you add what Philly has done, and they were a play-in team. Charlotte's improved. Miami was the 10th seed. They now have Giannis. Indiana, who finished 14th in the conference, is projected to finish pretty high if everybody comes back. Washington should be improved. I think it's still going to be a tough year for the Nets, maybe the Bucks and Bulls, but the East is really good. As far as the West goes, you look at the bottom, the Jazz are improving. The Kings have been down there. Memphis maybe going through a little overhaul here too. Dallas, New Orleans, Warriors, Clippers. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think it's the East now. Just a little bit better. Maybe the West has maybe the top team or top two teams, but the East, just the length to it, the depth to it, the amount of good players they have. I'd have a slight lean to the East, but you can weigh in on that however you feel. On the text line, people saying James Harden has had more deep runs. 2 conference game 7s, in fact. Okay. Interesting. That's who you would weigh in. Well, that's what we're asking for. Give us your thoughts. Let us know. And we will respond accordingly. Let's see. I can't tell if this is sarcastic or appreciative of what they're doing. I love the Kessler signing for the Lakers. Him and Luka and Reeves, can't wait to watch. Unless you think that's going to blow up on them. Because
must be Dave.
Yeah, exactly. Because why? Why would Dave say that?
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, when we come back, what a match yesterday, Argentina and Egypt. What's left of the World Cup? Messi doing some more magic. We've got that, some World Cup talk. We got streaking, who's hot, who's not, all that coming up right here on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Whether it's date night, family night, or buddy night, Hagen Oaks has a bay for you. Reserve one of 3 Top Tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. through HagenOaks.com, and only those 3 bays are reservable. The rest of the driving range is still open for walk-ups. Play golf on world-famous courses while the kids try interactive games. Head to the Hangout for great food, cold drinks, and live sports on the TVs. Add monthly live music and putting tournaments, and you've got more than a driving range, you've got a night out. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Swing by and swing away.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Looking for family fun, thrilling baseball, and unforgettable memories? Come out to Sutter Health Park and catch the Sacramento Rivercats in action. Great games, great food, and great times await. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
At Big O, our ProTech Plus warranty offers free flat repairs, replacements, and roadside assistance. So tire trouble is no trouble at all.
Now through July 26th, you can get $200 in savings on 4 select Michelin in-stock tires and our Healthy Car Special full-service synthetic oil change for only $59.99.
Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
It's celebration of 80 years of 49ers football. Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 46, the $1 million backfield debut.
The San Francisco 49ers' legendary $1 million backfield, consisting of Y.A. Tittle, Joe Perry, Hugh McElhaney, and John Henry Johnson, officially debuted in 1954. This quartet of Hall of Famers, famous for being the only full house backfield with all four members enshrined in Canton, combined to lead the Niners to a 7-win, 4-loss, and 1-tie record that season. The group was finalized in 1954 when John Henry Johnson joined Joe Perry, Hugh McElhaney, and Y.A. Tittle. That group played together for 3 seasons, and in 1954 set records for yards and yards per carry, and although their salaries combined didn't equal that $1 million figure, they were coined that nickname by sports writers nationwide.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Well, as we all were depressed a couple nights ago when Team USA was flat, abysmal on their performance, bowed out to Belgium 4-1, and their World Cup run ended. The World Cup did not end. Still had more soccer to go, and yesterday was incredible, as I could tell through the wall, listening to Christopher Laud's reaction. When Egypt was taking on Argentina, this was an early game. This was in, where was that? In Atlanta, I think?
Yeah.
That was in Atlanta. And, when you get a goal ahead, much like U.S. was down to Belgium 1-0, you're like, oh, man, okay, where are we going here? But then, boom, equalizer right away. You're like, all right, we're back. Well, this one was a little bit different. Argentina was favored to win. Egypt was ready for the challenge. 15 minutes in, they scored first.
It does come in this time, and what a start made by Egypt. A goal from Yasser Ibrahim, the central defender. Argentina wounded.
All right, so Argentina, down 1-0. Not the end of the world, but not ideal at that point. Make it to halftime, still 1-0. All right. Still maybe not too concerned, but you got to level it up. Instead, the next goal at around the 60-something mark, 67, I think, also went to Egypt.
Argentina can't mess around with Salah in the vicinity. Hassan, ball play! This time Zico, and surely that won't be taken away. Egypt are jumping for joy.
So I can only imagine what was going on for Egypt, how they were thinking, how they were supporting their team. They're thinking they're closing in on one of the great wins of the World Cup and a great feeling. Still 2-0. Got to close it out. You're past the 70-minute mark, the 75-minute mark, almost to the 80-minute mark when Argentina finally gets on the board.
Alvarez dishing it off. Messi was in position. Oh, free header! And that is exactly what Argentina needed. Christian Romero hauls them back into it.
All right, so it's 2-1 at that point, and just a couple of minutes later, Messi did it again.
Trying to link the play again using Lionel Messi. Deflection there on the way through. And can they line something up here, Argentina? Oh, it's gone in. It's 2-2. And who else? Lionel Messi, the savior for Argentina.
I mean, I just can't even imagine this run that he's on. I mean, it's just the consistency at his age, the amount of goals, the records he's setting is just, and the moment. And it was just absolutely incredible to tie that with a few minutes left at 2 apiece. And then you needed to get a decider, and unbelievable, the run continued.
Lautaro Martinez sending it over. Enzo Fernandez. Can you believe this?
Did you have the call, Chris, somewhere of oh gosh, I just blanked on his name. Where he just completely lost his voice. Did you hear that yesterday?
I didn't.
Okay, if you can find that, that'd be great to hear, because it's on Messi's goal, I believe, and it might even be the third goal, where he's just trying to, do his famous goal call, and the voice, it keeps losing it. But it's also part of the charm of it, I think, a little bit. So now if you start to look at the field, because you had that yesterday, also they went to a penalty shootout with Switzerland and Colombia, and Switzerland advanced. So now the bracket is to the final 8. We're in the quarterfinals. You've got France versus Morocco. That's tomorrow. Spain versus Belgium. Norway, England, and Argentina, Switzerland. Actually, you'll get 2 games on the 11th, Chris. Looking back for that. But after that, it's all separated. And when you get to this point, I told you I picked France before this whole thing started. They're still in it. Spain's going to be a real problem. Norway is just an amazing story with Erling Haaland. And then Argentina, can they do it again, and what Messi's doing? And I think the fact that the star power of Mbappe, Haaland, and Messi are all still there in 3 of the final 8 teams makes it fun. Obviously, we'd love to see the U.S. there. Like, if the U.S. was in that Belgium spot and facing Spain, we all know who you'd be rooting for. But let's hear that. Is this the Messi goal or the final goal?
The Messi goal.
Okay, so let's hear the call.
Messi se desvía la pelota que cae al área. No pudo Julián Messi. ¡Gol! ¡Argentino! Que este equipo no te va a dejar tirado, dijo un día Messi. Que está viejo, que tiene 39, viejos son los trapos. Que está fundido. ¿Quién? El relator. Messi. Messi rescató el partido por ahora de Argentina. Argentina. Egipto 2.
Ya nada más cómo le empalma Messi.
Oh, I think that's great. I had heard parts that you had much more of that call. I know I would have felt a certain way had my voice cracked or lost, but it's like it to me, it actually, I don't know, I liked it better, Chris. I think it added to it. It was really kind of cool. It just helped you capture how the moment was truly just a delirious moment for them. I mean, they were cooked. It looked like they were done. 2-0 late in the match, then 2-1. Then, of course, it's Messi 2-2. And then a few minutes later, they win it 3-2. Just a wild, wild match.
And a ton of controversy.
Yes. So tell me about, you were watching the end part there. Let's discuss this controversy.
So this was before that. It was before their second goal. They scored. Egypt scored, and they had a VAR check, and they're like, oh, there's a foul that led up to the goal. But it was on the complete other side of the field, and they were looking and looking, and they finally called it. And then there are several calls in the box that weren't given to Egypt, and it's not even that they weren't given, it's that they weren't even looked at. So it felt like it was heavily tilted towards Argentina.
We've got conspiracies and plenty of sports.
Heavily tilted towards.
Who was that? Yeah. Are you a believer in that? Like, was it shady?
Yeah.
Enough to think
it's FIFA.
Yeah.
So
what do they want? Like, we always say, the NBA wants the Knicks and the Lakers or whatever. Like, France, Morocco, Spain, Belgium, Norway, England. Do they want France, Argentina?
Well, that would be the rematch from the last World Cup.
Yeah.
I think they just want their stars in there. Egypt going forward, like, you've got Mo Salah, he would be the biggest star on the Egyptian team, but he's older, so.
But you would have taken out Argentina.
Yeah.
So Argentina switched. I mean, at this point, what are you rooting for? Norway?
Yeah.
Norway, England. So I'm going to ask you, France, Morocco. Who's winning? France?
France.
Spain, Belgium. That'll be Spain, right?
Spain.
Norway, England. That's really good. I know what you
want Norway, but I think it will be England. I don't know. They had a rough game.
Yeah.
It took everything for them to get out of Mexico.
And then Argentina, Switzerland.
Should be Argentina.
All right, so then if we go on yours, France, Spain.
France.
Did you pick Norway or England? And you said either way.
I said England.
Okay, so England, Argentina.
That would be good. Here's the thing. England always chokes, so I could see them they're wanting to get revenge against Argentina from '86, and then they tie at the end, go to penalties, and a bunch of them just sky it.
So they choke.
Yeah.
So
Argentina.
Argentina, France.
There we go.
Yeah. I still remember before the Cup started, I was in there with you. I said, France is winning. You're like, France isn't going to win. We'll see. They haven't won it yet. So France, Morocco is tomorrow, followed by Friday, Spain, Belgium, and then on the weekend, on Saturday, at least you get two games, Norway, England, and Argentina, Switzerland. All right, when we come back, we got to ask the question because we got to know who is hot and who is not. Plus, how do we do on streaking? We need some hits. Let's find out how we did. That's next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and yeah, I've been on the air here just shy of 25 years, and you guys know that when I endorse something, I have a few very important things. Number one, I love it when they're local. Number two, I have to be willing to use them myself. This is where Pest Pros came in, or comes in, I should say, because I've known these guys as Kings fans a long, long time. I also have a mouse problem at my house. I also have a cockroach problem at my house. And I did it the old-fashioned way. Went through Facebook, got a hold of these guys. We became friends. And when I found out what Pest Pros does in the community, I thought, I've got to have you guys on the air. We've got a partner. Locally owned, locally operated. Their kids go to school with your kids. You're going to get pest control somewhere. Get it with Pest Pros. Here's how you get a hold of them. PestProsPS.com or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345 and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wow, what is all this? These screens, the food.
All for the game, bro.
Let us pitch in.
No need. I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet with T-Mobile. I've got it all covered.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. Compared to regular rates after third line free on Experience Beyond plan with internet bundle discount via monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Credit stop if you cancel or change plans.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
There's only one Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic. And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle?
Thanks for noticing. Catchy, right?
No.
Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
There's only one Ozempic.
I told you it was catchy.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh, no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, Chris. Who is hot?
AJ Ewing.
Who?
AJ Ewing.
Who's that?
New York Mets.
Oh, yeah.
Leadoff hitter. He went 4 for 4 yesterday. Had 4 runs, 3 RBIs, a home run, and a stolen base.
The Mets need a little more help than that. That's for sure. So he's hot. Can I give you a who's not before you say it? Even though this could be a who's hot? No. We were talking about our guy Richie. Remember I said he was in a race. What was that thing he did? And then he ended up texting me. I guess this was a while ago. I didn't see it till now. He said his race ended up being 35 miles.
Ugh.
That's one of those.
He did not like what I joked with him about.
About that race?
I said, oh, man. And how much did you get paid for that?
You chose to do that? 35 miles.
Oh, you paid them to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Raw sewage. I love it. 35 miles. Man. Hope the car was a nice car ride. Who's not?
The New York Mets.
Oh.
Because I said that AJ Ewing went 4 for 4, 4 runs scored, a home run, and stolen base. Mets lost that game. And interesting about those stats, there's only 2 players in Major League Baseball history since 1900 that have had all those stats and lost the game. The other one was
Shooty Babbitt.
Joe Morgan.
Oh.
Of the Astros on July 8th, 1965.
R.I.P.
That's today. July 8th.
Good point. July 8th. It's not my birthday. Well, there you go. That's who's hot, and that's who's not. Speaking of birthdays, we will have that about an hour from now when we have Crosstalk with Matt and Kayla and celebrity birthdays. That'll be coming your way. Also still to come, we'll have What's on Deck. And when we start the 8 o'clock or the 9 o'clock hour, we've done some what ifs before, and it's Wednesday. What if Wednesday? A little thought exercise. We'll explain it coming up, but hopefully hopefully it won't trigger too many people, but we'll kind of have like a what if scenario. What if it went a little differently? And we're going to group a couple things together in a certain year that I wonder how things would have looked differently if that all went right. All right, that's who's hot, who's not. Why don't we go streaking?
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking!
Chris, speaking of streaking, there are 1, 2, 3 Major League Baseball teams currently on a 4-game winning streak. I want to see if you can name any of them. 3 teams on a 4-game winning streak. That's the Major League best.
I'm going to say the Kansas City Royals.
Okay.
The Boston Red Sox.
Okay.
And the Chicago Cubs.
Okay. Well, you got the Red Sox right. They won 4 in a row. The Marlins, after sweeping the A's, have added another. They've won 4 in a row. And the Brewers have won 4 in a row. On the other end, there's one team that's lost 7 consecutive games. Do you know who that is?
The Athletics.
That would be the Angels of Los Angeles. Of Anaheim. Of L.A. No, L.A., Dave. It's L.A.
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
Huge Angel fan. Huge Angel fan.
Well, I think just everything L.A.
You're right. Lakers, Clippers.
You know he's a huge USC fan.
I mean, he's got it on his license plate. My goodness. It's interesting because he was going to be a huge UCLA fan, but Avery changed her mind. All right. How do we do yesterday? Well, I would have changed my pick. I, on the air, said Luis Arias. Had I heard, we got a text later from Dave that he was going to take Luis Arias. Had I known, I would have switched, but so Dave is at 0. I'm at 0. Chris is 0. Dave did take Luis Arias. I took Luis Arias. He got up 4 times. He did get 2 hits and knocked in a run. So both Dave and I get a 1-game hitting streak. Chris, you hadn't taken him in a while. You were at 0. You could have taken anybody. You took Jackson Holiday of the Baltimore Orioles. The good thing about when he takes Jackson Holiday is there's usually an accompanied song. We just have to figure out if that means good news or bad news for Chris. He got up twice. How did he do? No hits for Jackson Holiday. So Chris stays at 0. By the way, that movie it's always on, but it was on this weekend and I watched it again. Julia Gulia.
1998.
I think you're right. I think I asked you this before, but I don't remember the answer, so sorry I'm asking again and pulling a Dave here. What else has Glenn been in? He was really good in that role.
Man.
Or has he been in anything?
No, he's been in a bunch of stuff.
Really? A bunch?
Yeah.
I'm looking him up. I don't even know what the actor's name is. Because he's really good at that character.
Let me see. IMDb. We got it here. His name. Wait, where's his name? Is that him? Matthew Glave?
You said Glave.
All right. What else has he been in?
Oh, yeah, of course. Baby's Day Out.
Who's in Argo?
Corky Romano.
Oh, he's in Angie Tribeca. I love that show. That was funny. That was a really good slapstick comedy.
He was in Argo.
Yeah. Quantum Leap, the TV series. Sounds like a country song.
He played Mitch Travis in an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Well, I'll be. That's a good movie. That's very rewatchable. And what's great about that movie that makes it rewatchable, too, it was filmed in whatever you said, 98, but it's an 80s movie. So the dated part of it just feels
Well, think about that. That would be like making a movie now where it takes place
like
in
2010 or something.
2013.
Yeah, which is kind of funny. But it fit. It worked. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore have obviously now been in many movies, but Wedding Singer's great. That's a really good movie. Very rewatchable, very fun. Pick it up at any time in the movie and just like, yeah, I'm going to teach me how to sing for meatballs. So many good things in that movie. All right, we got to make some picks for today. Since I'm at 1, Dave's at 1, Chris, you're at 0. You can pick from anybody. Dave is selecting. He sent you a text too. Jose Altuve?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Jackson Chourio from the Milwaukee Brewers. Who are you taking, Chris?
You got to do this one for me, Billy McGarnagle.
All right, go back to the trusty. That guy has not let you down much, if at all.
I think just once.
Yeah. Got to do this for me, Billy. And he's facing the A's. Kevin McGonigal is Chris's pick. Jose Altuve for Dave. Jackson Chourio for me. All right, last hour of today's show coming up. We still have Crosstalk. We have celebrity birthdays. We have What's on Deck. But up next, What If Wednesday. We got a fun exercise. Want you to expand your minds a little bit. We'll explain what we're doing and what would have happened if this played out. And we're going to take out a couple of scenarios here. We'll do that for you next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Oak Cliff Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine, is a celebrity pro-am golf tournament, a $1 million hole-in-one, a celebrity challenge, a farm-to-fork dinner, and a concert under the stars. The Gold Rush Classic is August 6th and 7th in Rancho Murieta. Murrieta. This year, we welcome Hall of Famer Rick Barry. Join the fun and play golf with royalty like Reggie Theus or Olden Polynice, or Hall of Famers like Tim Brown, Marshall Faulk, or Sterling Sharp, or All-Pros Fernandez, Lloyd, Merriweather, Ostertag, and Greg Vaughn. The Gold Rush Classic is supported by the Murrieta Inn. Escape to the Murrieta Inn, a luxury getaway, minutes away, situated in the gateway of wine country. The Murrieta Inn, the perfect getaway, featuring a full-service spa, pool, and hot tub, and outdoor games. The Murrieta Inn is dog-friendly. Bring the whole family. Don't miss the Gold Rush Classic in Rancho Murrieta, August 6th and 7th. Sponsorships are now available at goldrushclassic.org. That's goldrushclassic.org.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, final hour of this Wednesday show. July 8th, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, Carmichael Dave checked in earlier on the on the YouTube chat. I was thinking about that today. Today is Wednesday. It means tonight is the Media Golf League. It'll be the first time I'm not playing with Dave. That means a couple things. The chances of someone else hitting my golf ball is way down. Probably almost nil. And the chances of me getting hit are going down. So that's good. It's good for me. Doesn't mean I'll play better. But yeah, Dave's dangerous out there. Nearly ended it for me and for Matt George a couple weeks ago. Could have got 2 hosts in one. He was looking to, I think it was a second shot to the green. Matt and I were standing way off to his right, nowhere near his way. But apparently we were. It went right off the toe, screamer right at our head level. But we dodged it.
You know, my golf teacher said that you're supposed to be to the right and behind the person.
Behind would have been right. That's what your golf teacher said?
Mm-hmm.
How's your golf game?
Awful.
Teacher didn't help?
Actually, it worked for like a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is at Sac State. This isn't like I went to somebody or whatever.
Yeah, but still, it was...
And I just basically talked baseball with
You talked baseball with the golf teacher?
Yeah, because he was in, I want to say he played minor league baseball for like the Dodgers.
Okay.
And then he coached a little bit.
Was he a coach there of anything or just...
No.
He was just teaching golf?
Yeah, he was like just part of that. I don't think he worked with the baseball team.
And what did you guys do in golf class? Like chip? Putt?
Yeah, chipping was part of it. Chipping was part of it, and we were set up on at the time, the football practice field.
Uh-huh.
And so he would set up like flags. It was basically like a 3-hole 7. It was like a 3-hole only use your 7-iron
Okay.
golf course, which is pretty fun.
Okay.
And then there used to be a driving range right over by the light rail station on 65th Street. There was one right behind
There was?
Mm-hmm. And so that was one of the things that we got to go there for the day. And they had like a ball tracking and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, your spend is
I didn't
this.
remember
and
that.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it a pass, no pass?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he passed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how do you fail that? You just not show up, I guess? I mean,
yeah,
you could be bad at golf.
Yeah, you could be bad. I think like the best shot I had was my first shot ever in front of people there.
You're like, I peaked right here. Yeah, that's one of those things.
This one girl, because we were like in teams of like 4 or whatever, and this one girl just screams out, "Holy F!"
That's one of those things, like if you were like, you could have like a real golfer in there, and you're like, well, how am I getting graded against them? Like, they're obviously way better than I am. Just like if you took art or something, and there's someone that's like an artist, and you're like, I'm drawing stick figures. They're incredibly skilled. That's why I passed.
That was a big plot point in Community when Jeff was in the POTS class.
Who's Jeff?
Jeff was
McHale? Joe McHale?
Yeah.
And who was in the class with him? Any of those other regulars?
Allison Bree. I can't remember what. Oh, Annie and Abed.
Oh, so quite a few. I've only seen, I want to say I was on a Southwest trip one time, and they give you like 3 episodes. And I'm like, all right, I've never really watched Community. I like a lot of these people on here. I'm going to watch it. I laughed so hard at that show.
What's crazy are like the superstars that came out of that, because Donald Glover's in it.
Yeah.
Allison Brie is like doing all these movies now. Who is the other one that, why can't I think of the other big time actor that was in it?
Well, you had, they already exist. You know, Joel McHale was already known, and so was Chevy Chase. But, yeah, I don't know who else was from there, but it's funny.
Oh, the girl that plays Britta. I can't think of her real name, but she's been in like a lot of movies now.
Okay. How many years did that last?
6 seasons.
Was that long?
They haven't gotten a movie yet.
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 Is Chevy Chase keeping him from having a movie, probably?
I do not think he'll be in it.
But he's very funny in the show. Now, he may be awful to work with.
I think that's what you could say about all of his.
Yeah.
Did you happen to watch that Chevy Chase bio?
I was, you know what? We started that. Now that I think about it, that was a long time ago. And I didn't quite finish it. I don't forget we were coming up against something, and I didn't. But I enjoyed what I watched. I think he had the people that worked with him. Well, he had some people that were really close, like really defended him, and others just like, yeah, you just kind of don't. But you know what you're getting, and he didn't really apologize for kind of his perception.
No,
so,
and then like he went off on the interviewer during the thing, so it's like, ugh.
Yeah, it was weird. There were other times where it's looked like, you know, he did some sweet gestures and nice things. So there was a mixture of someone nice in there, but I think there's too many stories now of how he's been difficult to work with, that's for sure. All right, it is Wednesday. We've done this before. We thought we'd bring this back today. It's kind of a thought exercise, a what if. And so, you know, what if this happened instead of what really happened? And we stretched it out a little bit today to a couple different scenarios, but we're going back to a certain year. And that year in Northern California has a lot of significance. There were a lot of good things that happened, but not quite good enough. So the what if exercise today is, what if things in sports went completely differently for Northern California specifically in 2002? And there's 3 references I'm going to bring up. There's probably more out there that if you guys have, certainly weigh in at 339-1140 or on the YouTube chat. Obviously here, when we're thinking Sacramento, we're thinking about the Sacramento Kings. So what if the Sacramento Kings won Game 7 or the Robert Horry shot team? However you want to play that out, but they got to the Nets. We all believe they would have beat the Nets. So what if that happened? What does that look like? We'll kind of go down that road. Why we're lumping Northern California in 2002. Also, that was the year the Giants were in the World Series and played the Angels. You know, what if Russ Ortiz and Dusty, you know, that whole situation. What if the series went differently and the Giants won?
What if? And what if, same year, by the way, I know it spills into 2003, but the 2002 Raiders made it to the Super Bowl, which ends up being 2003, and just got spanked by John Gruden and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, do you have any other 2002 Northern California? What else?
The A's. That was the 20-game season.
That's
the 20-win season.
And then they ended up losing in the playoffs?
They lost in the first round to the...
was that the Yankees?
No, they lost to the Twins.
Oh,
the Twins lost to the... See, I think the Angels were the, quote, first wild card team to win the World Series that year, but they won, I want to say, like close to 100 games that season. They weren't that far off from the A's, who had a 20-win streak in the middle of their season.
Yeah, the A's lost in 5. That's right. They lost in 5. And the Giants lost in 7. So what if that's different? What if the Raiders season is different? What if, I mean, think about what was going on in Northern California at that time. I'm trying to remember what the Niners did. 2002, San Francisco 49ers. They finished 10-6, won the NFC West, advanced to the divisional playoffs before losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, Northern California was cooking. I think the Sharks, if I remember right, something like a 3 or a 4 seed that year, and I think advanced around and lost in the second round. I mean, our area that year was absolutely, absolutely thriving. So if you allow yourself to think about those things, what if they happened? What if it was different? So the A's, you know, when you bring them up, Chris, I'm thinking about the 20-win streak is more memorable maybe because of Moneyball, just all the stuff that's been talked about it, than actually maybe how the season ended. Like, that's something that will live with that team forever in a good way, for sure. The Sacramento Kings, obviously, if we go there, I think the stuff we've speculated a little bit on them, we've done before, but we can allow that for a little bit more of a thought. I mean, don't you think, Chris, if the Kings win and beat the Lakers, I think everybody agrees they would have beat the Nets. They weren't, at that moment, I don't believe quite yet talking about adding or moving Arco Arena, but I think if they ever had won a championship, and if the Maloofs were still, you know, if they were thriving and had ownership still, I think if there was ever growth on a arena, it would have been in Natomas, don't you? Wasn't that kind of the feeling around them as opposed to downtown?
Yeah, but then remember it got weird because then when they put it on the ballot,
like the measures Q and R.
Yeah, and the Maloofs were kind of like, yeah, just because this passes doesn't mean that.
Yeah,
we're gonna. It's like what?
Yeah, I mean, for them, they obviously hit financially harder times with the growth at the Palms, selling their beer, partner or distributorship, that kind of stuff. That was after that. I mean, at that time, if the Kings won the championship, I think the parade would have been incredible. I think what the Maloofs spent on like rings and celebrations, because look, I think we all remember the end of the Maloof era. But there was a time where this was an organization that was spending a lot of money on extra things, and that would have been an extra thing. Like, you're champions, you should celebrate, you should reward people, and I think they would have done that because that was prior to some of their financial troubles. But I'm 100% convinced the Kings would have won. I mean, there's no doubt about that over the Nets. They just had to beat the Lakers, and they obviously couldn't do it. So you have that part of it. If the Giants won the World Series, what's interesting about that is they end up obviously winning 3 famously in the 2010s, 10, 12, and 14. They would have done it before. It would have given Barry Bonds a World Series.
it would have taken away the Angels World Series. I don't know how different. I mean, do you have a read on that? I don't know how different that would be for the Giants. They're already in their new park.
Well, the big thing would be Bonds.
Bonds would just have one, but like he's not in the Hall of Fame. He should be. He's not. What would really be different for him?
He would have a ring.
Yeah, but I mean, I find that more people still think he's the greatest baseball player of all time than don't. I mean, if you don't, it's because I think the caveat you put on there is, well, he cheated. So if he cheated, it doesn't matter if he won 10 rings.
Quote, cheating, what does that even mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the reference is use substance, performance-enhancing drugs. And again, my pushback with that is I still think he's one of, if not the greatest baseball player, so it wouldn't matter if he won 10 rings, no rings. He's the home run leader, not the home run leader, if you think it's asterisk. I don't know how much it would have changed there. I mean, for the Giants to still then win 3 more, I don't know how much it would have, they just would have won one sooner. That's interesting. I don't know how much that would have changed for them had they got that one. Now, the Raiders, on the other hand, this is an organization that has just been dreadful, really.
02 was like the last season of like they're expected to be good, they are good, and this could be the year.
And the irony of that is, they had moved on from Gruden. Gruden was good with them. They faced Gruden.
Before people start messaging, yes, when they made the playoffs with Carr, but that wasn't expected.
Yeah, I mean, even that year, I mean, still, you take it, you enjoy it, but I don't know how legit of a run they would have made. But it's just, you're right, Chris, they have not been even remotely relevant. If you look back at their run since 2002, I don't know that keeps them in Oakland, though. Do you? I don't think I think the Oakland problems were happening regardless. I don't think it would have helped the A's there. I don't think it would help the Raiders. The Warriors had gone on to win. I don't think any of that was impacting that. But the Raiders, I saw a stat the other day, something about the Raiders pre-Al Davis, during Al Davis, and then post-Al Davis. It's not good. It's not good at all without Al Davis there. But I wonder how different it would be on the what if they had won that Super Bowl. Gosh, I just blanked on who the Raiders coach was. Was that Callahan? Yeah, I think it was Callahan versus Gruden. So he obviously is in that different class of coaches that won a Super Bowl. Gruden wouldn't have won one with Tampa. That would have changed things.
Jerry Rice winning one with the Raiders would be huge.
Yeah, and Tim Brown would have got one. Who was that? Rich Gannon and that group. But their times have it has hit them so hard from that point on, because I don't even remember if there was any carryover after that for the Raiders of staying good. Like Gannon was having just awesome year with them, and they broke through, got the big wins in the playoffs that they weren't getting before, and really, really enjoyed just a banner year. And in football, we know it can change. You slide in for a year and you're out, or you have a little mini run of 3 or 4 years, but they've just had nothing. They've absolutely had nothing since then. And it's really kind of sad for them if you just look back at what they've been able to do here consistently as far as record-wise. I mean, last year, the Raiders ended up their season with a record of the worst record, right, in the league to get them the top pick, and just 3-14. But that's kind of been the way it's been going for them if you look at their win charts ever since. And I don't know how different it would have been for that organization. I'm glad you brought up the A's, though, because I think that one, if they could have found a way to cap off that 20-win streak season with the title, because there was a stretch there, like a lot of people just, the A's haven't been bad. They've been a good team in the 2000s. They had a lot of playoff appearances. They just didn't get to the World Series. But that would have been really cool if that squad would have been able to do that.
Obviously, Moneyball would have been different.
A's Giants World Series again.
True. That's a good what if. I mean, what would that have looked like? And it's amazing to think about how many teams in the Northern California area were good at that time. I mean, to have the consistency of what they were doing on a regular basis that year, that time, all the way through Northern California. I think the Warriors were probably the worst team. It had to be of the main team. Sharks were a playoff team. Kings were one of the best teams in the NBA. Raiders got to the Super Bowl. A's had a great year. Giants made the World Series. Yeah, it was the Warriors then. That was it. So if we allow ourselves to think about that, what do you think would have been different? Someone is saying if Barry Bonds got a ring, that might have actually gotten him into the Hall of Fame. I don't think that's the difference. It shouldn't be.
Roger Clemens isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I would say no. I don't agree with that because every other statistic you could throw out there for Barry Bonds suggests Hall of Fame. Every single one. MVPs, home run total, batting average, stolen bases, all of the things have done. Let's see on our chat line. Facts, if the Kings had done that, I'd have my first tattoo. Okay. Let's see what else. If the Kings had won a championship, we could take down that Arco Arena banner and put up a real one instead. Yeah, I don't know how much. I think for the Kings organization is the one of all the organizations in Northern California that it would have changed the most. They have the longest drought in the NBA without a title, or since the last title, I should say, which none of it's come in Sacramento. I think we're talking about because of they've had an ownership change, they've had an arena change. They've had significant movement since 2002 and a threat to leave their market. Now, I guess if we look at the Raiders, they had an ownership change. It went from father to son. They had not only had a threat to leave the area, they did leave the area. But now I don't include the Raiders anymore, and that's the sad part. But I don't think it would have impacted them enough with a title to keep them in the Bay. I just don't think it happens. I think that was just bound to happen, regardless of what everyone else was trying to do. It just felt like that was something they couldn't avoid. And some of these exercises I know can be painful, but I think if you think about the impact of how a mistake, how a clutch play, how a bad coaching decision, how a referee's call, how whatever can swing things. And that's when I brought up yesterday the amount of luck sometimes you need to complete the deal. I mean, you really do. You need things to bounce your way, to have the right guys have the breakthrough moment. And that's one of the best things I think about in all of these situations is who ends up being a hero. Is not always the star. Sometimes it's who ends up being the GOAT in the wrong way, who makes a big mistake. And you just think about what are the differences that would have been in these situations. What would have happened if the Kings did win that? What would have happened if Dusty Baker and the Russ Ortiz, didn't take out Ortiz? What would have happened in any of those games along the way? I mean, that's a 7-game series with the Angels that goes 4-3 Angels.
What would happen if they didn't change the rules to where the Division 4 teams are now the Division 5 teams and Sacramento Lutheran High School was just outmanned?
Was this an 0-2?
This is an 0-2.
Explain what happened.
I can't remember I think that they started, I can't remember when it started, but there was a rule, I believe, because it used to be in high school, just like if you're a good team, then you could go to whatever division that you want to be. Mm-hmm. And I think some of the public schools had a problem with that. So then it just went specifically on what your enrollment was. So there was a bunch of Division 4 teams that dropped down to Division 5 where we were, and just like smoked us. Like our one playoff game, I want to say I was the backup center on our team, and their point guard was like 3 inches taller than me.
The point guard was?
The point guard was.
Oh, boy.
And like I had to guard this like 6'8" kid.
Yeah.
Down in Ripon.
Ripon. Traffic's terrible there. Yeah. See, there's another Northern California team impacted. What if? I was looking at this, Chris. I wanted to get the numbers here, and it took me a while to get them posted up. You mentioned like the Raiders. Let me see. 2002. They had just gone off a stretch here of the Raiders. In 2000, they went 12-4. 2001, 10-6. 2002, 11-5. And they lost the conference finals, the divisional playoffs, and then the Super Bowl, the one we're talking about, 2002. Since then, since 2002, they have 2 winning seasons. 2. A 12-4 and 16 where they lost the wild card. That was the game you're referring to with Derek Carr getting hurt. And then in 2021, they lost the wild card game to the Bengals where they were 10-7. But I see 3-14, 4-13, a 4-12 in there, another 3-13, 4-12, 4-12, a 2-14, a 4-12, 4-12, 5-11. Oh my goodness. Just a ton of losses. And since that Gruden to Callahan time, they've had, this is their head coach list: Turner, Shell, Kiffin, Cable, Jackson, Dennis Allen, Sperano, Del Rio, back to Gruden, Bisaccia, McDaniels, Pierce, Carroll. Whew. It's a mess. It's a mess. So what if? Well, it would have been drastically different all through Northern California had those things gone differently in 2002. All right, still to come, crosstalk with Matt and Kayla, plus celebrity birthdays up next. What's on deck on the sports landscape for today? We have it for you next on Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Remember when a driving range was just a driving range? Yeah, Hagen Oaks doesn't remember either. Reserve one of 3 top Tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. at HagenOaks.com. Only 3 bays are reservable, while the rest of the range remains open for walk-ups. Play virtual golf, then grab food, drinks, and a seat in front of the TVs at the hangout. Throw in live music, and suddenly your quick stop at the range turns into hours of fun. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Side effects may include laughter, bragging rights, and one friend insisting he would have won if the wind wasn't blowing.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
On Sactown Sports.
Having a heated debate on the YouTube chat. Thank you to Kevin Carter, regular listener, I think. Said, Ripon is a small town. There ain't no damn traffic there. I don't know why I did the accent. I'm telling you, as a frequent member of the 99 Club, hello, driving south to the Central Valley, I don't know what it is about Ripon, where 99 and 120 meet. Bottleneck. Almost without fail. It's very rare to get through there. Just is. I drive it a lot. Family members drive it a lot. Is it every time? Feels like it.
I'm not saying that Ripon and Ripon Christian should be destroyed, but seems like it would fix a lot of our problems.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just, it's mainly a 2-lane highway, 99, and then you get there and you're like, why is it every time? Just there's another freeway coming in. It's not a major thoroughfare. 120's got some people coming in, but just lethargic getting through there. That's my experience. Campeo says, yeah, that area gets bogged down during the rush hours. I don't even feel like it's just then. I feel like it's all the time. But to each their own. I hope there's never traffic for you when you go that way.
I'm never going there again.
Yeah. Let's see. Can we bring up the fact that the Raiders and Niners both have the same amount of 6-win or less seasons over the past decade? Do they? Is that true? The last decade, the Raiders have 1, 2, 3, 4 6 or less win seasons. Is that the suggestion the 49ers do as well? Maybe. Let's take a look. See if our facts are correct. 49ers have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. But the Niners are closer to the 6 win. I mean, but they've also had 13, 10, 13, 12, 12. Been in the Super Bowl twice. I know they've lost them. The Niners have been in the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 7 years. Yeah. I don't know. I think I get your point. Not entirely. All right, what's on deck for today? Well, let's start with the World Cup. It's off. No soccer today. How are you getting your soccer fix, Chris?
I don't know.
Watch old tapes? Watch Erling Haaland highlights?
Maybe I'll go watch favorite of City fans. There's only one Jimmy Grimble.
I don't even know what you just said.
There's only one Jimmy Grimble.
That's a show, a movie?
It's a movie. This kid gets magic soccer cleats, and he becomes an incredible soccer player. And then he plays for Manchester City.
Where was this film made?
Huh?
Where was this made?
Manchester.
Okay.
And I want to say it came out in 2000.
There's only one Jimmy Grimble. You're correct. Best soccer movies.
Ooh.
Kicking and Screaming?
Kicking and Screaming is fantastic.
Ladybugs?
That has not aged well.
Why?
I will say, Big Green
Achoo.
was always a favorite of mine.
One. Big Green. You know what
Ham
year
goes from catcher to goalie.
Yeah. What year?
Oof. Man, that's a good question. I am going to say 1995.
You are correct. He was hot at that point, huh? Sandlot to that. What was it? Bend It? Bend It Like Beckham?
Oh, Bend Him Like Beckham's good.
Okay. What was Sylvester Stallone's soccer movie? Victory?
Oh, Victory, yeah.
I remember seeing that way, way, way back then. I don't remember much to it. I don't know if that was good or not.
Yeah, I forgot he was in. So he had the Sandlot, Son-in-Law, and the Big Green. That was his 93 and 95 movies. And that's all I basically know of him.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was in episodes of Salute Your Shorts and Boy Meets World.
Okay. According to Rotten Tomatoes, the best soccer movie is Offside, 2006.
I've never heard of it.
The Damn United.
Oh, Damn United's good.
Diego Maradona.
I think that might be that is an insane. That actually, if you are looking for a soccer fix, that's something to watch.
For Maradona?
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Okay.
And it's not like one of those, it talks about a little bit of his growing up, but like it's basically like a 5-year span that they just go like deep dive into. Okay. And they talk to him throughout the entire documentary.
I don't have, I'm looking at their, I don't know. There's only one. Jimmy Grimble was 22nd. Victory was 23rd. I don't know a lot of these. Kicking and Screaming, though. That was fun. Fun movie.
Where are my Italians?
Well, that's if you need your soccer fix. If you're looking for other things today, Wimbledon is continuing. I think it's going on right now as we speak. We've got a reminder that Scott Perry will have his press conference today. I think that's at any way you want it, that's the way you need it. I think that's coming up at noon. Matt and Kayla should have that for you. And then we do have baseball today with the Giants taking on the Blue Jays. That's at 12:45. Logan Webb, 5-6. He was great in June. He got roughed up in his first outing in July. We'll see how he does today. And the A's play earlier, too, today. That's a 3:40 first pitch. A's and Tigers. Both teams 41-50. Jeffrey Springs goes for the A's 3-8 with a 5.79 ERA. All the rest of the baseball is scheduled, including Dodgers hosting the Rockies, and some other marquee matchups. Let's see, probably the best matchups: Brewers-Cardinals. What else you got today? Astros-Nationals, not bad. Marlins-Mariners, Yankees-Rays. There you go. And also getting started earlier, Cubs and Orioles. So that is your lineup for baseball today and for everything else that's on deck. And then basketball reminder, tomorrow, Summer League starts from Las Vegas. And I like that Kings layout. We talked about it earlier, who they're going to be playing. It starts with the Clippers and Keaton Wagler. Then they get to Washington and A.J. DeBonsa. The third matchup, they get Brooklyn. And that'll be Mikael Brown Jr. in the last one they face Boston before they find out what their lot is on the tournament, whether they move on to the playoff part of it, the tournament part, or if they get a fifth game and get out of Vegas. But we'll have coverage starting at the end of this week and all of next week live from Las Vegas. All right, when we come back, Matt and Kayla will join us. We'll see what they've got coming up on their show and do a little crosstalk and then hit them up with today's batch of celebrity birthdays. That is next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the buffalo wing. Perfect! Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! Incredible! What a finish! Sensational combination! Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at fightthabite.net.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food? All for the game, bro. Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com.
Price guarantee on talk, tax, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchen kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see, the new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Where are the peeps?
Is Alan filling in for them today?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he'll be in here about 8 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. Matt and Kayla. I saw Matt earlier. I can confirm it. He is here. He is in the building.
Me, Maddie.
Oh, and there's Kayla. There's K-Town. Oh, boy. Yeah.
I look like all of you guys today. You would have thought I was golfing with you.
Oh, I see.
That was my golf outfit.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody's making their way in. Getting situated. That's all right. You have shows to get ready for. What are you guys doing? Anything special? Anything? Oh, wait, Matt. Was it cold in here today? Oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch anything today. It's not me.
Thought you were in our corner.
I am. I honestly am not. I'm not that cold today.
Were we on beat?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear the music. Were we on beat?
No. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're prepping, talking.
Yeah, no worries. You guys got stuff to do.
Yeah, we like to have intense conversations.
Oh, it was
sometimes.
intense?
It was intense. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were yelling at everybody that passed our
We
way.
were.
Yeah.
That was
Everybody
nobody,
catches strays.
but-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's an empty
Exactly.
building.
Yeah. I was saying, and I'm assuming, I don't think I'm wrong. Are you guys running Scott Perry's thing today?
Yep.
Yeah.
Scott Perry live
Let's
at
go.
noon.
Scotty P, baby.
Nice. What do you guys got coming up today?
Well, in addition to Scotty P, we learned yesterday via Jake Fisher. We learned via Jake Fisher that Zach LaVine is unlikely to be waived or bought out by the Kings, which I think we expected. So talking about what that backcourt could look like, and I think I have, well, I don't know if there's an ideal starting lineup with them, but two guys that I think I would like to start next to Zach LaVine and Darius Acuff Jr. to make it kind of, sort of, maybe, probably not work.
Wait, to make it not work?
Probably not, but best try.
Because it doesn't seem like there's a lot that is going to look great with.
Gotcha.
Also, the
LaVine.
11 fastest ejections in NBA history. We're turning it into a game.
He's like pumped about
I'm
this.
excited about it.
I'm not going to know any of this.
Some of these names are very obscure. Some of them you will absolutely know. The fastest ejections in NBA history.
I don't know this.
The fastest ejection in NBA history is actually hilarious.
Yeah, so when he said that, I'm like, well, what does that mean?
Just have to wait till
like within a minute.
I
was it
think
that
it
soon?
was. I think
Couple
it was
minutes in the
like
first quarter?
98 seconds.
Wow.
Into the game.
Okay.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, I don't know this. So that's coming up today.
That's coming up at the end of the first hour of the show.
Did either of you ever get like in a sports background play, like get ejected of anything? I'm trying to think.
I've gotten two essentially versions of technical fouls in youth basketball. One was for cussing. The other one,
potty mouth George.
What?
I know.
You don't do that.
When you were youth?
Yeah, when I was youthful, I went for a rebound and
That is
fell
bizarre.
down and yelled an expletive.
That's
Because
really
you fell?
bizarre.
Because I got kind of
Or-
undercut.
Well, you got to remember, back then, he didn't know to use his arms to stop his fall.
That's true. That's true. The other one was it was a fast break, and I was trying to foul someone from behind, and I just try and wrap him up, but I misjudged the distance, and I ended up almost like pushing him in the back. So I wasn't going for the ball at all. I just pushed him in the back, and that's not good. Could hurt him. I didn't.
I chose
could've.
not to play basketball because I already knew that I would not last a game. Like, I am
Too fiery?
physically aggressive.
Yeah.
So I played softball growing up. Obviously, I danced my whole life competitively, so usually you can't hurt other people doing that.
Debatable.
Well, at times
Actually, can't you get really? I mean, like, what kind of competitive dance are you talking about?
like not
Jazz.
yeah, like jazz, tap.
Okay.
But But I was like the captain of our team for high school.
Gotcha.
So I choreographed all the dances and stuff. Now I get on the girls in terms of like, get your ish together, and I would yell. But then I was really fun too.
Yeah. How about softball? You could get ejected, I guess.
Yeah,
but
you
that's not
could.
common.
Like, I guess
Arguing.
if you bat flipped or something crazy
arguing
like
balls,
that, or
strikes,
yeah,
call, but that's pretty rare.
yeah, I never did that. It was at home that I usually would get in trouble.
Yeah. Full name
where
mentioned?
I'd throw things.
Yeah.
My wife was
And my brother.
a catcher in softball, and she actually got the umpire to eject one of her family members that was being obnoxious.
Really?
Oh, she did that
Her
on purpose.
family member?
I learned a lot about the catcher-umpire dynamic. Your job as a catcher is to become the umpire's best friend.
Sure.
And like almost like sweet talk them to try and get as much as the calls and everything that you can get. And Brittany's family is notoriously loud and opinionated.
Yeah.
And one of her uncles was just arguing everything. It's like, hey, just get him. Kick him out.
Yeah.
And
I know
That's
him.
awesome.
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. It's like, I didn't do it. He did it.
That's actually
Yeah.
pretty funny.
That's well done.
I know you haven't been ejected because you're like all-American guy.
No, J. Ross throws elbows.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
J. Ross gets the rebound and then just starts throwing the elbows to clear space.
Like, get out of my
Yeah.
way.
You're a mean guy. I've seen it.
No, I get competitive for sure, but I'm trying to think. I said this before on the, I have whatever ability it is where if I was in school and let's say all three of us are in a class and we're all talking, and they're like, stop talking, and they go, Matt, Kayla to the front, and I'm like,
Yep.
I was in it,
dodged?
or maybe it was me, and I would never get punished.
What?
Teacher's pet.
No, it was just like, I don't know.
Because everybody loves Jason Ross. Jason Ross can't do anything wrong.
Yeah, they think I couldn't have been and I was like, I was maybe the instigator. I was the one talking, and they got you two in there. I'm like, I probably should be the one up there. But
Now, that is a teacher pet thing because when I took AP Spanish in high school, we went on this awesome...
Is this just a Kayla flex? I was in AP Spanish and I was the dance captain and blah, blah, blah.
Well, yeah, I was a good kid inside of school. But we went on this really cool trip to like Mexico City and like all these little cities
we all
around that. And then to, I believe it was Acapulco was like the fun part of it. But Kayla...
that was way back in the day.
It was way back in the day. You're exactly right. The funny part of it is Kayla was the instigator. Kayla got into the mini fridge.
Yeah. Oh.
Kayla kind of rallied everyone in the fun part of the trip, and Kayla didn't get in trouble for any of that.
well done. Right? But others
Because
did.
Mrs. Neese loved me.
See?
One of them.
Yeah, she probably thought there's no way you could have done that.
Never.
Yeah.
I will say there was a split second, J. Ross, where I think you wanted to fight Carmichael Dave a couple weeks ago when he hit a golf ball at our heads.
Oh, no, I just was glad we survived.
I think that was the second you wanted to fight him.
That's what I was saying earlier today with Media Day being today. And Dave's not here. I've been in his group every time. So now the chances of someone hitting my ball have gone down because Dave has hit my ball a couple times.
That's right.
And then getting hit, like you and I almost got hit.
Why?
So,
He just got scolded.
yeah. Was that showing up or something?
Huh?
Was that showing up on the screen?
It was like messing with the cameras.
Oh. Gotcha.
Put that down, young man.
Yeah. So good luck tonight. We're not in the same group, are we?
Nope.
No.
Who are you with today?
I have no clue.
Oh,
I've
you're in
never-
another Randy
I've-
Roo
it's like
situation?
the third week in a row, I have no idea who I'm golfing with, but it'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. It's always fun out there. You can
It's
golf with
good
anybody.
for you, Matt.
Yeah.
That's what
Expand
everyone
your
tells me
horizons.
when I'm not
Sure.
around the people I know.
Sure.
It's good for you, Caleb.
Be
Well,
social.
thanks.
Opportunity to meet others, right?
Right.
Sure.
I want to see your group now. Now I'm curious. I can't find it. I'll find it later. All right, let's do it. Let's do some celebrity birthdays. Let's start with this. On this day, it's already July 8th. You guys ready for
Crazy.
Christmas?
No, not yet.
Start
Get
planning.
to Labor Day.
Start shopping.
On this day, in what year? I love this movie. I think it's a sneaky, funny, good movie. Horrible Bosses. Did you guys ever see that?
Oh, yes,
Never
I have
seen
seen
it.
it.
One of the rare ones where I believe the sequel was just as good as the.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is
I
rare.
agree. What year did the first one come out? Also, a movie I did not see till I saw it on a plane, and I laughed loud a lot. And I'm like, am I being really? You know, you don't know when you
that's
got
funny.
headphones on, and they're always louder than you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry.
No
I
one was
laughing.
looking at you, though?
No.
I want to say like 2009.
2007?
2011.
We have a correct answer. Christopher Lodge
course
always
it
knows
is.
his movies. You guys ever? What's your? Assuming it's not here, which I think we're safe to say, horrible boss stories. Any? Oh,
I got too many.
Okay, maybe
This
not.
would last a whole 4-hour show.
And go ahead.
That's your topics today. If you
say,
run out,
we're getting rid
fastest
of everything
ejections
else.
We're
and
in
horrible
TV.
bosses.
We're not in TV now. When I was in TV, go ask anybody that, and they'll tell you stories.
Let's just say their name rhymed with Bevan.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Heaven.
No, I 100%. Yeah, Bevan.
Heaven.
Yep, Heaven. All right,
Mr. Heaven?
How about this birthday? Kevin Bacon.
Ooh, a river. Remember A River Runs Wild?
Yes.
That's
What
A
did you
River
say?
Run Wild?
Meryl Streep.
River.
That's such a good movie, by the way.
Wow.
Footloose.
River Runs Wild.
Kevin Bacon is 74.
70.
72.
Kayla's close. 68.
Okay.
Kevin Bacon.
He always plays the villain, and he just has that look.
He was the good guy in Tremors.
That is true.
But
Very
he
rare.
was terrible in Alan's favorite movie, Hollow Man.
Yes,
Hollow
he
Man.
was.
Hollow Man. It's Footloose for me. For him, anything else? And that's what else do you think of Kevin Bacon for?
I mean,
You can't
I
handle the
loved
truth
that.
or whatever.
He is
yeah.
a very bad guy in Sleepers.
I didn't see Sleepers.
He's in another. Was he in True Detectives at all? Did he ever do any of the True Detectives?
Oh, he was in Wild Things.
He was
Wild Things. Oh, that's a
Um,
raunchy movie.
Yeah, I don't know if he was in True Detective.
Yeah, I'm like, because they've had some really interesting.
I would say no, but I don't know if I'm right on that.
Woody Harrelson was.
Yeah.
Harrelson?
Harrelson, yeah.
Harrelson, yeah.
This is not a great day. Do you guys know who Sebastian Maniscalco is?
Mm-mm.
Comedian? No.
I
Let's
just
go
know
with-
from the SNL.
Yeah. Ty Jerome from what team is he on now? Grizzlies? I don't know.
Ty Jerome is the 31.
Okay.
Flirty.
29.
We have a correct answer because Chris Filati is 29 today.
Yeah, Ty Jerome.
Yeah.
Not a popular day for birthdays.
No. But